שוב ושוב להתייצב נגד ישראל. מי שתוקף את מדינת ישראל במקום את משטרי הטרור, מי שעושה זאת לא יהיה שותף שלנו לגבי עתיד האזור. אני לא מוכן לסבול את הצביעות הזאת ואת העוינות הזאת. אני לא מתכוון לאפשר לאף מדינה לנהל נגדנו מלחמה מדינית בלי לשלם על כך מחיר מיידי.
You're a problem. You're a problem. You're muted. You're muted.
That was a good intro.
Unbelievable. Oh, it was pretty funny.
No, it wasn't funny. It was good. That was a good intro.
Oh, you're trouble. I don't
think it was that bad in the grand scheme of things.
I mean, the song at the end maybe a little.
Let's relax. It's just a song. Let's relax. How you been?
I'm well. Can't complain. It was hot today. Had to do the backyard again because it's a rainforest out there. It just locks in moisture, but other than that, I'm all right.
Hey, what's up, Hunt Dog?
Hey, Hunter, what's good?
Well,
yeah,
I've come to the conclusion today that we're likely 5 years away from like Terminator level intelligence. I went to a Taco Bell today and didn't even speak to a human.
Like, did you go through the drive-through?
Yeah.
And
it was all automated except when they handed me my food. The whole thing was automated.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
At Taco Bell?
Dusty, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
But that's crazy. I mean, it's a matter of time, and that's what I was talking to someone about, like the trades and like the security in the trades right now, because everyone's going to lose their jobs to fucking AIs. Like when it goes into everything, even now intelligence, when it goes into, accounting, everything, these jobs are going to become obsolete. And I think
the trades will be the last to go.
Yep.
Like we got a clip we're going to play here later, but it's them talking about that. Like doctors are going to be surgeons are going to be obsolete in 5 years because they're going to have these robots who can do it.
Yeah, and there's no mistake, like especially in microsurgery or orthoscopic surgeries, stuff like that, where like a millimeter mistake can cost someone their life. So
I mean, there's no mistakes till it like short circuits and then it just right in your heart. Then you're fucked. But
hell yeah, those ones are crazy too. The 3D printed houses. I think those are going to take off as well. It's cool, but think of how many people that could put out of work. And then like, what's the plan? And then that leads into what we've talked about before, is like some dystopian future where we all get, this amount of money to stay in your domicile, which is probably a cube, depending on your family size, which is just big enough for your family size. And everyone, gets different. And you sit there and like it because there's no jobs. No one can work.
That shit's coming though. Like if it is like how they say, and it's going to take, let's just say 80% of jobs, then you have to do that. And it's fucked up. Nobody wants that. I don't want that, but there's no alternative. Like what's the alternative? We all just fucking cut grass for a living. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, they already have robots to do that.
Yeah,
to spray crops, to fertilize crops, to any level of thing. They're already implementing some of it. You see these trucks sometimes that pull up and do fields now, and they have those big sprayer drones, and they just off the flatbed, boom, do a whole field, come back in.
How long?
Go ahead.
How long till these fucking clankers outnumber us and decide they don't want to work for us anymore?
Terminator.
Yeah, we're busted.
We're busted. Well, that's like they said a while back, and nothing ever came of it. So I don't know if it was actually true, but they were worried. I think it was months ago that these agricultural sprayer drones, like a handful of them went missing. And they're like, what could you technically use that for in, say, like a terror setting?
Anything. They're huge.
Yeah. Yeah. And so there was a big, and of course, then it disappeared. So I don't know if it was fake all along or it disappeared for a reason because someone has them and is about to spray herpes on all of our lips. So we all get lip bumps.
Well, I kind of unrelated, but a dude flew a drone over my house and then tried to sell me the pictures of it. I don't want the fucking, what are you doing flying over my house? I was like, oh, you don't own the airspace. Okay, well, fuck you. Get out of here. And then coincidentally, the county comes out and they're like, oh, we saw from the sky that you added a shed on, so your taxes are going to go up. Like, oh, so that's what you guys are doing with the fucking drone. I'm going to raise my taxes.
What's the, especially depending on gun laws and everything else, what's the repercussion for shooting one of those things out of the air? Like with some bird shot?
Probably just property damage.
Because you don't own the airspace, but like they're still infringing on your privacy. Everyone needs to start getting shotguns. See a drone flying. Got it.
Just zap it. This is what you got to do. Same thing with the flock cameras. Spray paint.
Did you see that video? I think I sent it to you, but I didn't send it in our Dropbox. Is the old guy is sitting in front of the flock camera with like a black square of black piece of cardboard. And the guy in the car is like, what's your name? What's your name? He's like, tells him his name. He's like, all right, if you end up in county later, I'm bailing you out.
Yeah.
And then he goes by the cops and he's like, screw you guys. Yeah. I don't know.
Those are the people. Those are the people you need. The people who they have nothing better to do. So they're just, fuck it. I'm going to go fuck with the flock cameras.
Yep. Just put a big like Mandingo picture in front of it.
Yeah.
Just hold it there.
Yeah. That's what you got to do. But let's play this video. Let's play this video of Elon. Just make sure to unmute it.
Yeah, I'm already ahead of you. I'm on my shit
tonight,
all right?
Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll see.
It'll get worse as, I'm on my second apple juice, so it'll get worse.
For the vast majority of the time, there was no life, and then there was archaic bacteria for a very long time. And then, you had mitochondria get captured, multicellular life, differentiation into plants and animals, life moving from the oceans to land, mammals, higher brain functions. And the sun is expanding slowly. But
sorry, every time I watch Elon, I'm convinced he's either a fucking robot or an alien. Like, I get he deals with his own stuff, but like just how he talks and processes as he's talking and just kind of moves his head and like, I don't know.
I have another theory, but I'll save it for the end.
Okay.
But it will overheat. It will heat the Earth up at some point in the future, boil the oceans, and Earth will become like Venus, where no life as we know it is impossible. So if we do not become multiplanetary and ultimately go beyond our solar system, annihilation of all life on Earth is a certainty. A certainty. And it could be as little as on the galactic timescale, 500 million years.
Okay, you can pause it there.
By human standards, but
so this is when I figured out what the issue is with Elon. He never grew out of his irrational fears as a child. As a child, the first time somebody told me the fucking sun is going to blow up in like 6 billion years, I was really freaked out about it. I was like, what?
Really?
The sun's going to blow up? Yeah, it concerned me. Elon never grew out of that. He's still worried that in 500 million years, the earth is going to fry. It's like, brother, that's not our problem.
To me, I think more of he's either being fed shit, he is something else. Like he's, I don't know.
What is he
man.
getting? What is he getting fed? Third
Well,
grade
like we
science?
talked. No, like we talked about it. Was it Wednesday? Yeah, it was last episode that he's just how he processes and talks. Like he's being fed information, like through the cosmos, through aliens, whatever you want to call it. Like this dude is like a conduit almost.
Can they pick somebody cooler? Can they pick somebody cooler? How cool would it be? How cool would it be if George Bush Jr., King George, got fed the alien information?
No, that would be horrible because they probably can't connect to that dude and him and his muff waiters. They can't connect to him. They tried and they were like, oh, every president they've tried to connect to, and they're like, oh, nope, we can't do this.
Yeah, they made Jimmy Carter cry. They made Jimmy Carter cry. All right. They killed Ronald Reagan. And yeah, Biden they couldn't talk to because they went to talk to him and it was the Nephilim clone Biden. And then Trump is just like, let me tell you.
Yeah.
These Mexicans, the Mexicans, they gotta go. If you
we're
guys
not
can
talking.
take them,
We're not
great.
talking this about right now. No. We must build the wall. Like, what are you talking about, man? Stop. I am the greatest.
Yeah.
Okay,
they leave, and he's like, "What thing? A wall around the planet, the whole thing."
Yeah.
He's like, "We got to keep them out. They're not those type of aliens, Mr. President."
But yeah.
But this next video, the one I sent you, it's going to go into him talking about how doctors are going to be obsolete.
You didn't send me shit, brother.
Yes, I did. Scroll down a little bit.
It's Elon. Is which one are you referring to? Yeah, everyone get on him. There it is. Now he sent it.
What's up, Olivia? I just saw you said hi. How are you?
Hello, Olivia. Welcome. Okay, let's do this. Unmute.
Yeah, but this is just another video of just some of these real life supervillains telling us how the people who spent the most money to go to college jobs is going to be obsolete.
That's only 10% longer than Earth.
When do you think Optimus will be a better surgeon than the best surgeons? How long for that?
3 years.
3 years. Okay. Yeah. And by the way, that's
3 years. 3 years at scale.
Yes.
There will be more. There'll probably be more Optimus robots that are great surgeons than there are all surgeons on Earth.
And the cost of that. But that's an important statement in 3 years' time.
Yeah.
Because medicine. I mean,
I'm not like absolutely certain, but I'd say if you say like 4 years, I'd be absolutely.
If it's 4 or 5 years, who cares? That's still
extreme precision.
You turn it up some.
3 years. Yes, better than any. Probably, I'd say if you like put a little margin on it, better than any human in 4 years.
Who's in plastic surgery?
5 years, it's not even close.
I think your point was medicine is going to be effectively free. The best medicine in the world.
Everyone will have access to medical care that is better than what the president receives right now.
So don't go to medical school.
Yes, pointless.
Yeah. I mean, pointless. Pointless.
I would say that applies to any form of education.
My bad, Mark. It's just a quiet video. It's hard for me to hear with my headphones.
I do it for social reasons. Yeah.
Hold on. Let me know if this makes a difference. I don't think it should because this should be on my end only. Let me put it over here. I don't know why it's so quiet, but let me jack this up a little. Let me know if this changes it at all. I mean, there's only a second left, but
I go to medical. If you want to,
yes, that's way better.
I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah. So the whole time you were just fucking this thing up, like the whole time you've just been fucking this shit up.
It's quite possible.
Your pay's getting hot.
I plead the fifth.
What do you think about that, though? That's a pretty strong statement.
One of our early conversations was about this. Was about that, in school. Like they can't combat kids using it in school. They can't. As much as they say they can, they can't. And you know,
Yeah, but I'm talking about the doctors. Like even if they stop going to school right now, they're already $250,000, $300,000 in debt for what, half of a degree they can't use. Or what about the doctors who just completed school and then in 3 years they're not going to have a job? Their fucking school, their school loans aren't paid off. So what do we do then with all these doctors?
Sorry, I'm trying to find. No, there's nothing you can do. Why'd it open a random? Leave it to Jay to send some.
I didn't send you random shit. You're not opening it in the right order.
Here we go. Are we going into Spain?
Yeah. Did you open the right one? That looks like
yeah. I'm going into the right one now. Chill. Relax.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know what's going on in Spain right now, a bunch of Moroccans, hopefully that's the right term, broke through the border just doing immigrant shit. Like the same stuff we saw in Europe a couple years ago.
Let's take a gander.
This one doesn't have sound.
Okay. That's crazy.
Just so. There's even crazier ones, dude. That just. There you can see. That's when they busted through. Oh, Mr. Mac is here.
Oh.
Greetings.
I don't understand how this happens.
Well, and if you're following it, you've heard people talk on it, and I do agree with it. You don't see any kids, you don't see any women, you don't see them carrying shit.
No.
To me, that's a big problem. Like I get like there's people fleeing horrible situations, so you're gonna leave your kids and wife behind, then you're just gonna be like, hey, deuces, we're going, bring nothing, because you're expecting to either take advantage of the system or take what you need.
Well, that and they got bussed in. Let's see if I can find the video real quick. We can play that, but there's actually two good videos.
I mean, they were getting brought in on boat, a lot of them, but you know, like.
Yeah, but to this point, it's, you know, the border is not exactly.
Ilya, did you see that? Ilya can fight them off.
I didn't see it.
Hunter said it.
But we played it at the beginning. But
yeah,
it's just kind of crazy. Like, how does that shit just happen? It's not organic.
And we were talking about this would happen when Argentina lost the World Cup.
Yes, as soon as Argentina lost the World Cup, it was over for Spain. They said this is the last win you can get.
And we were joking about it, but we were talking about this when we found out Spain was playing Argentina. We said if Argentina loses, something's going to happen to Spain. And as goofy as it is, something happened to Spain. And it also raises the question is like, to me, this seems like something set up. Like this seems like, why is it only, and again, I know the coin term is military age men, but I mean, that's a little weird to me. That sticks out to me a lot. Yeah.
It's weird. So that second clip I sent and the 4 I sent you is them on the bus. But
yeah,
that's as soon as I saw this shit and then I saw the videos that came out from like BB addressed it, I was like, oh yeah, this shit's too coincidental. Mac, how are you?
Peachy. I don't know what's going on. I just walked into some chaos. I don't know what.
This is Spain right now.
Also, there's a delay.
So Spain, people are like, there was a big wave of military age men. I know it's a coin term, but you saw the videos that just rushed the border in Spain.
Broke through the border.
Yeah.
They're thumping people, like all types of crazy shit. Running into stores, taking stuff.
Look at the see. Look at he is the Compton cryptid. Look at his office now. He's got plants. He's got all. He's casting spells.
That's an HR office. I know exactly what those look like. That's an HR office.
He's now HR for.
I got back. It's not. It's my Zen room. It's my Zen room.
Oh, okay.
Why is there pads on the wall? What are you doing in there, sir?
It's my room of Zen. I got back into dived back into meditation because I needed it. So I'm just kind of trying it out again.
Because you're a firefighter in a horrible town. Yeah, got it. Oh, what's up, Kay?
So it's also it is an HR room. I'm gonna need both of y'all in my office immediately tomorrow. Like I've heard some shit like it's.
Well, you might as well just wait because it's gonna get worse.
It's good. After his intro videos, Ty.
No, listen. I know both of you, so I'm well aware of where it's going to go, and I know where it can go, and that's why we're doing it right now. We just can't get to that level.
Well, now that you're here, he might slip up again. You never know. It's only when you're around.
Don't.
I have a strange suspicion it's not when I'm around. It's when Macs are around. You know what I mean? Like all types of Macs.
People who have been here for a while, you guys know Ty, but people who don't, he is the mystical Mac, the Compton cryptid. He is the hero. He is our you
got it.
I don't remember the word I'm looking for, but
you do, but you don't want to say it.
No.
Yeah.
I was gonna say local, but but anyways, welcome. He's a good guy.
Sorry, wasn't L. He was going to say a looter. He's going to call me a looter.
Our looter.
But yeah, let's jump into this video, and so then we can start moving into the next thing and get Ty on board.
But this is them coming in on buses in the back of fucking dump trucks and all types of crazy shit.
No, you're confused. This is them charging these vehicles to get on them on the highway to get away from the point of insertion.
Dude, look at the video. They're all on them. We can't hear it. You're playing the wrong video.
Oh.
What a banger.
والناس تبحث عن طعام والأمن أصبح خائفا والنوم يرفض أن ينام والذئب أمسى حارسا.
She gave a shout out to Eminem? Oh, dude.
والكلب سيد قومه في الكهف.
No, that's a different kind of Eminem. This is Eminem.
Look at that shit. Look how many people are in the back of that thing.
So what they're doing, Jay, is they're running down this highway, and at the bottom of the hill they were stopping and getting on the vehicles to try to get away. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I read something that's what was happening. They were like jumping on these vehicles to get out. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, you're wrong.
Yeah.
What you just said was complete misinformation.
Oh, okay. Thank you
So,
for letting me know.
Yeah, I actually have no clue if you're right or wrong. Well, the one I saw was just that video, and it said the migrants moved.
Because you kind of gotta.
I didn't ask Grok.
Yeah. All right. Let me. Okay, I'm muted.
Is my
How's
camera
work
blurry?
been, Ty? Yeah, it is.
It's a
extremely
little
blurry.
blurry. I don't know
I'm
why.
gonna have to get my webcam eye drops. I don't know what the hell. That even. I bought a
Look at his
webcam
eyes.
with cataracts.
He's been infiltrated. He's.
Let's see what's going on here.
Did you see his eyes
Man,
change?
He's a lizard. I just got this from.
Oh
no, they've got him.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
No, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. Like I said, I got this at a good deal from the NSA agent I said I would leak information to, but
let's go ahead and get him off of here.
I gotta go.
I don't know what's going on here. That's so strange.
Pull it in close to your face, and then pull it in closer. Pull it in closer so it focuses, and then there you go. Now
that's
it's
perfect.
focusing.
That's perfect.
Slowly back up now, so it keeps you in focus. There we go.
Yeah, you're good now. That actually worked.
Look at me.
Slowly back up now. I literally was doing something with the settings as you were saying it, but we'll give it to you. We'll say good job on your.
I'll take the win.
Your third-party tech support. You can't talk in English, but you got tech.
Yeah, he said try sniffing it, see if that works.
All right, what was the question? Now that you guys got me in.
Well, I was saying how was work. We'll take a pause for another second. Our resident. He's our resident hero. The word came to me. Sorry.
Oh, he froze again.
NSA has to talk to him real quick. Hey, we told you not to say anything.
Oh, God. He froze. This isn't good. I agree, Hunter. That was a good song.
Yeah, I was jamming out.
Yeah. Never mind. I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
Nope, he's back.
What kind of what are y'all using? Is this a third party? Are we bouncing off of?
Nope, you're bouncing off of.
Yeah, you're bouncing.
It's because his mustache is getting too big.
Yeah, his mustache is fucking with the Wi-Fi. Oh, he's back.
It's been growing,
and he's gone.
This new platform is not working for me. It's fucking up the baked potato my router's made out of.
He is the problem, okay? He is the problem, but we love him dearly, even though he's always been a problem.
Yeah, like you got to remember my router. You understand? My router is a recently warmed up baked potato connected to hamsters.
Good to know. Good to
know.
So
this shit's just fucking. All right. What was your question before I said how's my signal fucks without internet? Go ahead.
I was saying how's
delay,
work,
just so you know.
How's work been?
Oh.
Yeah,
it's still awful. Like there's no. I was gonna try to like put a silver lining in it, but not really. I don't know if it's the summer or if we're just in a time of shadiness in the city right now. I don't know, but it's still like when we met weeks ago and there were still the strings of pediatric issues, and even was that 2 weeks ago you had asked me did you go to that shooting of the 11-year-old? I was like, yeah, it's still the same. Like it's nothing really has changed greatly. It's still a lot of pediatrics. It's still a lot of it sounds weird, but I'm ready to get back to just like old motherfuckers having heart attacks. An
actual fire
freak accident. I had a good one But remember, I'm driving right now. I'm a driver engineer right now for a couple shifts. So I didn't go in there and break shit down. So I was dodging people and then pumping water and make sure dudes didn't die. But it's still, I'm like ready to just get back to like chest pain, motherfuckers with cataracts. I was like, oh, I fell off the balcony. Yeah, you can't see. You had no business walking anyway. Like, yeah. I'm ready to get back to shit like that. But recently, it's just, I don't know.
He's
our shit.
For any people who's new, he's one of our best friends, and he doesn't show up as much because he's just schedule of he is a firefighter, so
basically Batman.
Yeah, he's Batman. Batman with a mustache.
Batman in a shittier, like a real life Gotham, but it's not as cool as Gotham.
Yeah.
And it's humid as fuck, and there's like lizards and shit. Yeah.
And people who eat raw shrimp while they're driving.
Yeah.
He said
now that you say that, Columbus, Georgia is kind of like Gotham.
All right. You're not supposed to dox us here. Jesus.
Oh.
No.
But yeah. I just wanted to check in, and I know there's some people that haven't really met Ty yet, and he's our sweet prince, our baby boy. He's our hero.
How many nicknames are you going to give him?
They'll soon find out. It's better than what he called me at the lake. But anyway.
That's true.
Don't believe them.
I guess anything's an upgrade from that.
But it's not a lie. He said, don't believe him. All the shit he can say don't believe them on. He chooses the one thing that's true.
I don't talk so well. It was a misspeak, and it was nothing like that.
Yeah, okay. So everybody from 1775 to 1865 misspoke? Sure.
Yeah, we've already
we're moving on. We're moving on.
Hunt Dog said, get Netanyahu to strike Columbus now. No, he can't do it yet. We gotta wait till they get out of there.
Yeah. Once we're gone. Let's drive on. Let's change the subject.
Yeah.
We're changing the subject now.
It's actually the same subject. But speaking of Netanyahu, this is a clip he put out after all this stuff with Spain happened. Because by the way, if you don't remember, Spain came out and was like, yeah, we're not supporting Israel anymore. Like the shit they're doing is fucked up. So BB came out and was basically like, you guys get what you deserve. And then there's a post on X from his fucking little shitty son, Yair, who lives over here in America, instead of living over in his own country where they're having a 7-front war right now. But of course, his daddy's the president, so he doesn't have to fight.
Let's take a gander. This is kind of crazy, but let's go.
שוב ושוב להתייצב נגד ישראל. מי שתוקף את מדינת ישראל במקום את משטרי הטרור, מי שעושה זאת, לא יהיה שותף שלנו לגבי עתיד האזור. אני לא מוכן לסבול את הצביעות הזאת ואת העוינות הזאת. אני לא מתכוון לאפשר לאף מדינה לנהל נגדנו מלחמה מדינית בלי לשלם על כך מחיר מיידי. חרה שוב ושוב להתייצב.
That's it.
I mean, I feel like some of it was taken out of context. Just want to be clear
no,
about
but
that.
it's obnoxious. It's obnoxious. The terms he uses, diplomatic war.
Yeah.
All they said is like, you guys are committing genocide over there. We don't. Spain was like, yeah, that shit's kind of fucked up. We don't like that. And that's apparently diplomatic war. Like, kind of fucking crazy. That one you can just kind of pull it up and just go through. But this is some stuff I found today, just talking about some interesting connections with kind of some stuff Marco Rubio's done related to Morocco.
I need you.
You don't need to play. Well, I don't have it pulled up.
Okay, Morocco. The committee continues assistance for Morocco in support.
Second paragraph.
Some of it's cut out. Let me see if I zoom out. Does it? No, it still doesn't. horrible post. Jay is slacking. The committee notes the historic alliance between the United States and Morocco, as formalized in 1786 by the Moroccan-American Treaty of Peace and Friendship. The committee notes that the Spanish-administered cities of, forgive me,
All right, I got it.
Quetta and Melilla are located. Okay, go ahead.
So they put out this thing saying that Quetta and Melilla belong to Morocco, according to the United States. There you go. That's summed up.
And what does that mean? Elaborate.
That means exactly what I said. It means the United States is basically coming out and saying where those migrants went, well, guess what? We actually, if our opinion matters, it belongs to Morocco.
Okay, so I didn't know that. That's what I'm saying.
That's the border town.
Okay.
Where they came running through. Say Ceuta or however you say it. All right. I'm from Ohio. I don't know how to say it. But that's that border town where they came in through.
Well, that was my thing. I'm no geography expert. So when I read those names, I go, okay, sure. What's that? You know?
I am a geography expert. Ask me where any country in the world is, and I'll tell you. That's a fact.
Where's Zimbabwe?
Africa.
What part of Africa precisely?
You weren't. I answered the question. Oh.
Anyways, what else we got? We got a new one.
Well, what do you want to move into? What do you want to move into? I got alien stuff, some more Israel stuff.
No, we got Ty here. We gotta go into alien.
People buying weed with EBT cards.
You said Ty here. What? You kind of cut out for me.
I said Ty's here. We got to go more into the aliens and buying. Oh, that's what you meant by Delta. When I saw when you said EBT to like buy Delta or whatever in your notes, I thought it was like Delta Airlines, like they were using EBT to get airline tickets.
Yeah, you know what would have took out this confusion is if you would have watched the video.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I know you can't be bothered to do anything. Yeah. Why can't we talk about fucking Israel when Mac's here? He's not Jewish.
I know, but we only get him so often. Do we really want to? I know.
Well, we're gonna get to it anyways. I don't have that much.
Okay, then let's stay on topic. Then we've already kind of bridged the gap with Israel, so let's stay on Israel. This guy's always complaining.
This is awesome. What?
Okay. I mean, it's medically necessary, right? EBT should cover it.
No.
Yeah, are we going to Israel or alien? I'm trying.
Israel.
In my mustache. What's okay? I was going to say me here, Israel versus aliens. I'm trying to figure out how I was the deciding factor. And if we talk about
Cholo, what's up?
Jewish people or aliens.
First time the first time I recognize it. Welcome. Appreciate you being here. Jay doesn't know how to pay attention to chat, so I'm giving him shit. We love Jay.
It just popped up. What do you want me to do? He said, huh? Yeah, you're gonna say huh a lot because he talks like an idiot and he's over here wheeling away like a handicapped person when he's supposed to be pulling shit up.
You sent on the most recent one you sent, brother.
No, you're not.
Oh wait, you sent. See, look at.
Yeah, see.
Well,
yeah.
Some people.
You can if you have enough of it, Hunt Dog.
Yeah. All right, let's pull this up. What am I looking at here?
So this is just an article that came out last week. We kind of covered it. We covered it a little bit. Just the Israelis were storming the Al-Aqsa Mosque, and this article is just covering how a lot of the Muslim countries, even a lot of them who have been aligned with us in this whole Iran thing, come out and condemned it. So Egypt, Indonesia, Jordan, Pakistan, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, the UAE, they all came out and condemned these. And we're basically saying that these mass, whatever you call them, raids of the Al-Aqsa Mosque Like they need to stop. Like this shit can't just happen. And I thought that was interesting because, you know, Israel, UAE, Kuwait, Qatar, kind of on the same fucking side, but doing this shit and storming this mosque and talk about building the third temple up there, they're alienating themselves from the allies that they have in the region.
Well, it doesn't matter because we're in their pocket.
Well, yeah, I mean that's true.
Especially now.
We're always going to help them, 100%. We're always going to help them.
I know. I haven't forgot the diaper. I was told I couldn't do the towel, so I have to actually get diapers. I was yelled at for doing the towel and baby clips.
I told you not to do it at all. I told you not to do it at all.
Nope, I'm for it. I'm standing by my word. Hold on, I'm catching up with chat. Call me. Yeah, you could if you keep having babies, Hunter. The problem is he's a man. Wasting 3.8 billion in a country and fighting. Yeah, we agree. We agree on that.
Can we decouple from Israel? I don't think we can. To be honest with you, like, I don't think we can. There's just so many of our politicians are bought out from it. We send federal money, state money, and even cities. Some of these bigger cities send city tax dollars over there to help them.
Tom Martin, we kind of agree with you. Tatey blew up. Look at that donk. Damn. But yeah, we agree. Like Trump is lost. He's sorry to cut you off. No, you're good.
I was reading, and I don't think all the Trump supporters are ignorant white trash. I think a lot of them just been brainwashed, and it's unfortunate. A lot of people are waking up slowly but surely. They are. How can a 9 million person country control a 340 million country? This right here. It's that simple. I think it goes a little deeper than that, but that's just me. It's been a long-term plan.
Whoa. Let's not make fun of people who shit themselves, all right? You know, we all have accidents sometimes.
Yeah, what's wrong with shitting yourself, Tom Martin? Every once in a while, you have a little slip up, dude. But I sent you another video. And this.
Why are you opening over here? All right, like, what is going on?
Oh no, Mac froze again. The NSA's after him. Israel heard our conversation. We're fucked.
No,
Oh, he's back.
Yeah, that's who just came to get me. Was an Israel collector. You said, "Come here, we can talk about your conversation."
We were talking about your ass as you walked away. Just so you know.
Well, you know, it might bail us out.
I agree with you, Tom Martin. But before we play this video, Mac, how do you kind of feel? I don't know how much you've been following or anything, but with the whole Iran.
You're making me watch a whole fucking.
No, you don't even have to play it. I just wanted to show it so people can go watch it themselves. I can just talk through it. I already watched.
Okay, well, yeah, I clicked on it and I have a 46-minute ad that Can we go back to the old days when YouTube didn't have ads? Sorry, rant's over. And not.
What do you have? YouTube negative? Like you get more ads than everybody else?
No, it's because I'm talking to you, and they know I'm talking to you.
Oh my god, dude! What is going on? Oh, Mac froze again.
Yeah, see, they know. They're on to us.
I thought he wasn't blinking.
Oh, this is 33 minutes.
I hope so, Hazel. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't play it. I don't need you to play it. I just want to push it up so people can go watch it themselves.
Okay.
We can pull it up
real
quick.
There's the title.
Yeah, scroll up a little bit. So if you guys go watch this, I'm subscribed to this guy's channel just because I like to hear the other side's perspective. But the whole thing is diving into this, and again, it's not every Israeli over there, but there's a large section of them who are calling for the third temple to be built. And it doesn't get built anywhere except the Al-Aqsa Mosque. So, like, it's just crazy. Like, this video came out. Maybe you can see. I can't see. It's kind of grainy on my end. But how old is this video? I think it's only a few days old.
1 day.
1 day old. Yeah. 1 day old. And then last week we saw them storming the mosque with Ben Gavir, his crazy ass. It's just oddly convenient, you know.
The man who wears a noose on his collar, yeah.
Yeah, him.
Little
That
weird.
fucking crazy.
Little weird.
But
I'm getting rid of some of
what are
this
your
stuff.
thoughts on all this, Mac? Damn, he froze again. It's like anytime we ask him about this shit. Is he an agent?
He is. He's clipping. He's clipping right now and sending the questions to higher
fuck.
ups.
You talking about me?
Yeah, we're talking about you.
I'm trying to. You guys sound like Decepticons here and there, and I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with my. What's going on with my internet connection? That's all.
Ask him again. See if he.
I can't. You sound clear now, but it's like every now and
Okay.
again, I don't know what's going on with that. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on with that. What was the question?
I was just asking you, like, what's your thoughts on the whole situation with Israel?
Yeah, we haven't really talked about this.
That's a very broad spectrum for me. So narrow down. And
Let's start with an easy one. Do you think what Israel is doing in Palestine is genocide?
Yeah. All right. Overall, the simple answer is yes. Overall, the simple answer is yes. There's no gray area with that. There's no, this is, you guys know how I see things. But just because the cause of something is justified to one end and not justified to the other, you can't take out the simple facts. And the simple facts of the matter is, by definition of what they're doing, is genocide. Like, it doesn't matter what the belief is, and it doesn't matter what the cause is for. It doesn't matter. The simple fact of the matter is, by definition, by action, yes, it's genocide. You can't
justify genocide.
No, that's just like,
yeah.
That's if you justify genocide in a sense to, let's just say, religious belief or geopolitical, whatever the case may be, whatever the justification for the genocide would be, then in case you would have an argument for fucking serial killers. Like, you would have a justification for people that kill people. Like, why'd you kill them? Honestly, I just think the world would be better without him. I guess court case dismissed. He's right. I guess the world would be better without prostitutes. No, that's not how that works. This dude killed like 19 prostitutes. Arguably, the world would be better with them in it, but I'm just saying we can't justify that. Yes, the simple answer is yes, it's genocide by definition and by action. Yes, it is. That's my answer.
And
that was my quick
the thing
first
that pisses
question.
me.
But yeah,
that's what pisses me off too, is because you're seeing a lot of people, mainly on the right, who are coming out and they're trying to get, and this is what really pisses me off. They're getting into technicalities about 20,000 kids being killed, and it's crazy. Like, there's people on the right who are like, well, technically they're not the same. They're not all the same ethnicity, so it can't be a genocide. It's like, well, why don't we just call a fucking spade a spade? What are we doing at this point? Like, it's.
We don't know.
You know why we can't call a spade a spade? There's.
Quick question. Being honest, no, I'm talking about the comments.
Oh. I don't know what a genocide is. Well, I tell you what I do know. I tell you that I can get on the UN's website and they can tell me that it's a genocide. I tell you what I do know is that I can get on Telegram and go to the Palestinian page and see dozens of kids who are murdered there every day. I'll tell you what I do know. I can get on there and I can see how there's only one hospital that's open in Palestine right now, because the rest have just been bombed. And you could go into the prisons, we could go into the child prisons, we could keep going into all this.
I'm a bit confused. I'm sure the question's in the chat. I think I can pull up. The internet's kind of slow for me. Don't forget, I'm still on my internet from the International Space Station, so it fucking takes a while. Is the question you don't know what a genocide is? Is that like the serious question?
That was a statement with a question mark at the end. It said you don't even know what genocide is, question mark.
Yeah.
In support of the argument or against the argument?
I'm guessing against it.
Yeah.
We don't
the
know.
way it reads is against it.
So saying that saying it's not a genocide?
I think they're more saying is that like I'm an idiot and I don't know what a genocide is.
Hello?
You there? Well, I hear you.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah. So saying that the argument was saying that it's not a genocide?
I'm guessing. I don't know.
They were more saying
you can open it up on the right, Ty. If you go to the right.
That's what I said. I can't. It's just slow, and I preface it with my internet. Listen, the astronauts and the cosmonauts are making fucking string cheese and tortellini up there. So like my comments are third important. Oh, okay. Well, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I was just trying to get clarity, saying that it's not a genocide, because I'm pretty sure by definition, which I don't know the definition by heart, but for a genocide, I'm pretty sure it's you have to target specific members, cause harm, and I'm pretty sure it has something to do with like births of children. Like there's all the definitions in there, I'm sure, but I just don't see how.
Well, and that's the thing, and that's where you're getting the arguments from both sides saying they're not doing this. They're plain and simple saying that's not happening. Like that's I think the side on the Israel side is saying no, that's just not happening. It's just not happening. It's just not happening. Like, well, we see evidence of plans for New Gaza, actual plans that are moving forward. We see Gaza being eliminated, people being dispelled from that land. I think it's pretty easy to see.
A very large group. I may be fuzzy on the details, but I believe a very large group in a very specific piece of the world in 1943 said a lot of shit wasn't happening.
Yeah.
Yep. We bring it up all the time, dude.
Happening. That's just not happening. Come to
find out, Alois has saying it. It's filmed now. There's
Come to find out, that shit was happening.
Yeah. And now, here's the great thing about
technology.
Oh shit!
I didn't realize you, King. What's up? Thank you. I appreciate you stopping by.
So I looked up the definition. Here's the definition from the Department of Justice. A genocide includes violent attacks with the specific intent to destroy in whole or in part a national, ethnic, racial, or religious group. That's a genocide, brother. And by the way, we can pull up videos of the Israeli officials saying they are going to cleanse the area using this terminology. Like, it's not, I don't know how this is a debate.
And we go back to a big one who wears a noose on his collar and has put up videos on his own Discord of him kicking prisoners and so. And
talking about how he's happy that these people shit themselves when they come around. Or he's handing out baklava when they pass that bill over there to where they hang every Palestinian who's in correctional facilities.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, they have kids in the fucking correctional facilities.
And I think it just goes to the delusion of it all in the power of media in the world we live in, especially for most people who do, kind of keep their head down and their blinders on. And I think that's part of it too. You go to work, you got to pay your bills, you got to feed your kids, you got to, do all this and that. And they, they're not really lifting their head. We talked about this on Wednesday. They're just getting this information pushed to them by major media, which is run by what, 8 corporations now, runs every single media outlet there is. 8, and they are divided to some extent, but like if you don't think like, and you talk to people, especially older people, nothing against them, there's plenty of them that are aware to it, but and they're just like, well, Fox told me this, you know, well, CNBC told me this, and it's like,
Yeah.
okay.
I finally got some comments loaded here, and I'm curious at the mindset of who the fuck is this Fiona? I don't know. I'm not gonna read all that shit.
Oh, I think that was
Yeah.
well.
But
Let's just call him 38.
But thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, it's that. I'm curious. I'm sure that's a.
No, it's not. But sorry, I'll
whoever-
let Ty talk, and then I'll say my piece. Go ahead, Ty. Sorry. I know you're on a delay. I can tell you're on a delay.
Yeah, Alphabet 38. You say it's diabolical, but not genocide, and it's not like the Nazi regime. And then I see you have ethnic cleansing is different again. I'm very curious at that mindset, or maybe that is your clarity, but I'm still sense because I in my opinion, saying ethnic cleansing is different and saying it's diabolical but not genocide, it sounds like a belief versus how it really is kind of thing to me. Now again, I could be wrong, but
and I don't want
cleansing and different ethnic cleansing versus genocide. You know, I'm a dude that likes to play in the gray too, but
I also want to say too, and I don't mean to cut you off, Ty, like Fiona, I think it is, like we encourage talking about these things. We're not harping on you. We encourage discussion on this, but I mean, we just pulled up the definition of it, and genocide falls, ethnic cleansing falls under the definition of genocide.
Correct.
A certain nationality, religion.
Correct.
That's part of a genocide, and I think genocide is just more on a large scale type thing.
Pull this video I just sent you up, and let's just hear from the horse's mouth. It's going to be subtitles, so you might have to pause and read.
Oh, great! I'm fucked then.
Here, I'll send it to you real quick too.
Yes, Hazel. That's what I you know. Yeah, exactly, John Smith. That's what we were kind of getting at. And again, if you're still here, Fiona, I think I'm saying that right. We're not harping on you. We accept and encourage debate and talking about these things. But yeah, let's watch this. And sorry, it's going to go fast because it always is. Like this video.
לדרום לבנון. עכשיו תראה את הדמיון, מחרשת הכסף. נכון. 24 כפרים, לבנונים בני מאות שנים, שהיו שם שיעים שפעלו כאויבים מטעם החיזבאללה ואיימו על הגבולות שלנו, על התושבים, והתגרו כל הזמן. הרסנו את כל הבניינים. לא בית, לא הפללה. כל הכפרים האלה הושלמה ההריסה שלהם. צריך להבין, 15-20 אלף בתים. כל 24 הכפרים מושמדים, וגם בינג'בל שמעבר לזה מושמדת. יש לנו 700 קילומטר מרובע בדרום לבנון, מאזור חוף הים עד הבופור ופאתי החרמון. אנחנו מונעים פשיטה על היישובים, מונעים ירי נ"ט ישיר על היישובים, וצה"ל נמצא וממשיך לפוצץ שם מנהרות, ולהכין אותו לדרום לבנון.
Yeah. Do you want to paraphrase what he said because people don't want to pause and then lose track too, is basically he's talking about we're not targeting, we're destroying. We're not targeting one house. We're plain and simple wiping them all out because it's part of the plan kind of. And
that was talking about Lebanon.
That was talking, yeah. That's what I just going to talk on, Hazel, is that like I would love to have a real-time translator, because part of me, I always have that in the back of my head, like this could be propaganda, and I know like this could come from Israel media, but still, like I always want to know I wish I could real time know what they're saying and be like, no, that's not the correct. But
I'm looking it up right now.
Go ahead, Ty.
Is it Alois? I don't know what that is, Bruner, but
Alois, I think. Alois.
Is
Bruner.
it? Well, either way, you know, I'm talking about have we become soulless and heartless? How can we accept witnessing a genocide live and live our lives without ever screaming and shouting and protesting? I don't know. I think there's a lot of mindset and emotion behind it. And I say that with the ideal that humans, I think it's the complete opposite. Humans, there's too much soul and too much heart into this, in my opinion, because we believe as humans, we latch onto something and we believe it with all our heart and soul. And what becomes of that is when you put all your heart and soul into a belief or into one side of a religion or to one side of whatever it is you put your heart
a political party
into, that's what a political party, that's what makes it dangerous. It's not the lack of a heart and soul, in my opinion. It's just too much. I don't think we've become heartless or soulless. I think as a species, as a human species, we're just too impressionable with our heart and soul. The problem is we have a lack of mind. We let the heart and soul drive it, and we don't take the time to really think about it. And then you get blindsided by the belief of whatever political party, or you get blindsided by, you know, my heart says I got to follow this or that. And then it goes into what someone else just said. I don't remember where it's at, but I did see someone say, you know, when did it ever become okay to end life? It's never been okay to end life. But the issue is the heart and the mind is blinded by something else.
Well, that's it. And I wanted to jump on that too. You said it too, but like to add to that is that now that people's hearts and minds are being guided to wrong things. So their heart and mind goes to being a Trump supporter, goes into being severely right wing. Well, everyone else in the right wing is saying we need to we need to support Israel. So no matter what, my heart and mind is on that path. So whatever Israel is doing, they're kind of less. Now I'm talking about blinders again, or like sheep to grass. Their blinders are on, and they're just following this and kind of ignoring the rest of this. The rest of the bullshit, the leveling Gaza, the going into Lebanon and taking out villages too. Like the rest of that, like they have earmuffs on too. Nope, I don't want to hear it. Nope, I've been told it's wrong. So now through media and through all this other bullshit that we have pumped into our heads on a daily basis, people are just kind of locked in oh no, that's fake. That's fake news. Oh no, that's fake. Oh no, that's not. And so you get these people that are, you're right. I think as humans, we do have, a heart and a mind and a heart-mind connection. And we do feel strongly about things, but and I like to say we do on this channel, they have learned to manipulate that and to guide it to how they want. You know what I mean? So now you're concentrating on one thing and you're ignoring the bullshit on the side. Well, not the bullshit, the horrible shit on the side, because it's what my people, my clan, my tribe is saying is the right thing. But yeah,
no, I think you're right. I've said it plenty of times with the Trump supporters. Like I voted for Trump 3 times, but I don't support the guy again. I just can't. Like the shit that he's supporting, and you got these people on it. It's the same people who support Israel, and they just do it because this guy's still telling them to do it. And they've connected their personality so much with this dude that they have to justify every decision he makes for him. Like I've said it before, to me, that shit's borderline idol worship in my mind. Like it's just insane.
100%. Let's see. And I kind of agree with that, Eloise, and I think I am saying it right, but it's just it's kind of.
Yeah, John Smith, you're right. Trump campaigned on no new wars, and look where we're at. Like, why are we?
He fooled us.
Exactly. I don't know if he fooled us. I don't.
Well, I don't vote either though, because I've always said it, and even when like Trump, I said was the better candidate, but I always said
I still think that. I still think
but I also always said they all play ball. You're not becoming a president without playing ball. You're not. And I think maybe some of the first term he was more on the edge of trying to be the guy not to play ball, and then learned. And then second, this new term, he realized he had to play ball. Like, I don't think, like, again, I think president at this point, I think bipartisanship in America, a Republican versus Democrat, it's a broken democracy. We've said it in previous episodes.
It doesn't work anymore.
It's outrun its thing because it's been infiltrated. Just like everything. You go into religion, you go into some of the Gnostic side of things that were originally like meant to do good. People get in there and realize they can manipulate it to do bad. I think democracy is dead, or at least we need to go back to a republic.
It's not dead. We've outgrown the point to where it's effective. That's my opinion.
But yeah.
I agree with all points, minus I don't think Trump fooled. And we've talked about this through the years as he's got elected in this personally. I think Trump, again, either way, for everyone, I guess that's listening, believe me, I'm not both of them. No, political wise, I'm for whoever is going to drive us forward. This isn't a party thing or race thing or anything. This is literally just my opinion on it. I don't think that he did fool a lot of people. I think Trump ended up in office twice because of exactly what we're talking about with Israel and Palestine. He just made things, in my opinion, Trump would say things and it just kind of didn't make sense. But the fact that he was successful because the people he was going up against, he automatically looked like the better candidate, which I do agree with Jordan. He was the better candidate. But just because you're the better candidate doesn't mean you're the right one for the job. It's just like you're just the better one for the time. But it's like, look at anybody in the world. If you worked with a guy, just a normal dude at a deadbeat job, and this dude says he's the greatest of all time at everything, he can do this, he can make moves on this, we would automatically be like, shut the fuck up. We'd be like, guy, I don't have time for ego shit. And then if he automatically, you have a leader, he's a manager, and then someone doesn't like him and do some shit, he's like, you know what? I'm going to fuck this dude down. I'm going to fuck his hours over. This dude's a dickhead. Fuck him.
Yep.
Trump, it was that dude. He never changed. And then I didn't vote the last two because I didn't agree with either one. I also didn't vote for Biden either. Like I thought both of those I didn't vote either time because I was just like, fuck yeah, this is a true one. Either way,
that's why I don't vote.
Don't vote. We're going to be in a big bowl of fuckaroni anyway.
That's why I don't vote, because that's why I think I don't mean to cut you off, but democracy's dead because what we get put in front of us is the lesser of two evils. Choose which pile of shit you want to vote for, and you should vote. It's very important. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. That's what I was saying, is he didn't fool anyone, because every time, and we've talked about this previously before, like, I want a president that acts presidential, whether you like Trump or don't like Trump. I still don't think he acts presidential. Like, you're the voice of the people. I can't trust you to go to another country and then you treat their dignitaries like shit. Guy, let's chill the fuck out. You can't just start speaking crazy to other countries because you're the president of the U.S. That's crazy. That's not your job. Chill out. Yes, this is the U.S. of A., which we are not as powerful. I'll say it. We're not as powerful as people think we are these days. We just aren't. People think our military, I've spent, I'm just speaking in general. I've spent quite a few years in our military, and then my last job was training our literal war fighters. I'm telling you right now, we are not ready. We're just not. We're not where you think we are.
No, it's changed. In Fionn, if I'm saying it right, I do agree. I don't think they are on the level of Nazis.
I haven't looked at the comments, but what did Fionn or Alphabet 38 say?
I don't know if Alois was saying they're worse than the Nazis. I don't think our American government in the leadership is on that level. I can't get on board with that.
They're not talking about us. They're talking about Israel, which I don't think Israel's worse than the Nazis.
No, I don't.
I think that goes into evolution and evolution of pushing a it's not 1940s anymore. They don't need to do that. They can do there's more means. There's more where it comes to banking, cyber attacks, when it comes to just things. And we can kill less people and still displace more people. Like it's not, and I think we
just
need
because
to clarify
it's
that.
not, and we also need to clarify, just because it's not on the level of what the Nazis doesn't make it any less evil. I've told you guys, like, go watch the documentary that Al Jazeera put out about what happens in the fucking prison. That is some of the most evil shit I've ever heard about in my life. But going back to Trump, the only reason I say that I think he fooled people.
Well, hold on. I think I don't mean to cut you off, Jay. I'm sorry.
You just did cut me off, so don't say
well, I think this is good because of this is the comments. They didn't, I mean, they did bomb Britain indiscriminately. But at the same time, when you look at the concentration camps, they did round up women and children and everyone and put them in there. So, I mean, there is, and I am in the boat. Do I really believe that many millions of people were killed in World War II? No, I don't. I'm sorry. And you can call me crazy, and that's fine. We can still be friends. Call me crazy, whatever. But I don't think the number that was put over World War II was correct. I just don't think there's evidence to support it when you actually look into it. I just don't.
I don't think we would ever.
It was still horrible nonetheless. And concentration camps were still real, and they still took women and children. Yeah, they didn't bomb, but yeah.
In my opinion, bombing women and children would be considerably better than concentration camps of women and children.
And remember, the U.S. did it too. We firebombed Japan.
Yes, we
indiscriminately. And Japan was all wood.
No, we didn't. We didn't. We just solved the problem.
We dropped a mini sun on their cities. Like,
yeah, that's a joke. We did it twice too because they were hard of hearing the first time, I guess. That's a joke. However,
it's different though.
I don't know. My bad, Jordan. Go ahead. I got a delay.
No, I was gonna say it's different though. Like there was a cost of life balance for that. We knew it was going to cost another millions of allies' lives to invade Japan. So yeah, it sounds fucked up, but we were like 180,000 or a couple million American and UK and probably 20 million Japanese. So we did the lesser of two evils.
Yes.
This is different though. This is different. This is.
I know, but
let's just keep wiping out the kid. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm pissing him off. It's okay, people. He's been cutting me off recently. He's been on the ADHD bug lately.
Go ahead, make your point.
I'm not. Before Nagasaki and before Hiroshima, there was the firebombing.
Firebomb Tokyo. Yep.
Yeah, but I'm saying it was different. It was and there it was to a different means. I understand that. But and that's why I do admit I shouldn't have really compared it, but I mean, the same could be said for, and I'm giving in the argument that Germany was bombing London and bombing the UK. Same thing. It was to kind of beat them into submission instead of trying to go and take the land instead of trying to go, because that does cost lives. That does, especially back then, We didn't have transportation like we did today to arguably say we can invade and give warning, which you can't do because they're going to build defenses, especially back then. Even today, same thing. You can't give time for people to leave. You can't.
There's also another important piece that we're missing. There's also another really important piece. The Geneva Convention was not a thing in World War II. We didn't have rules.
Nor were Hague laws, which are follow along Geneva Convention. Yeah,
So now we have laws that say, hey, you don't bomb X, Y, and Z. We've talked about it on the show plenty of times. Anybody who's been in the Army knows, or in the military, I should say,
you don't touch.
You're not shooting into a mosque. You're not touching a mosque. You're not hitting it with shit. But they don't give a fuck. They're blowing up churches, mosques, all that shit. Like
historical sites.
Yeah.
100%. And Feld, Gendarmerie, yeah, war is money, and that kind of leads into it, and that's something we spoke on before, is that war pays. And I think early on, which kind of put this, I will say, cancer into the United States, right, was fairly early on in our development. Like, you think of even the 40s. Think on the grand scale of things. That's still pretty early in a country time scale, right? We learned that war kickstarts the economy. War gives people jobs. War pays out contracts, and especially the people with the business mind, they say, I can put in a contract and get paid billions of dollars when war comes. So, I mean,
Zelda, you said Trump, Kanye 2028. Speaking of cancer, that sounds like cancer.
But welcome. You can argue us. We're glad to have you. We're not.
Yeah.
You know,
that just I'm not the only person I'm voting for. Like, the only way you get me to vote in 2028. The only way you get me to vote in 2028 is with a Massey or a Tucker Carlson. That's it.
Don't let him lie. He already told us he wants Pete Hegseth.
No, I absolutely did not say that.
Regardless, I don't think any of them need to run. Our issues is we're stuck watching reruns. We just need new folks. It can't be worse than what we have now. Like, we're so afraid as a nation to just, but let's just say some dude fucking named Bert Patrick or some shit came out of the woodwork and went for voting. We're so afraid to vote for Bert Patrick because we've never, as a nation, so to speak, we've never heard of him. And we don't know what he's got going on. So we're going to vote for fucking,
hell yeah.
You know, we're going to vote for, let's just say Biden comes out of the woodwork again. So we just know Biden, you know, so people are like, oh yeah, Biden, they vote for him. We don't need any of them. We're so afraid of new blood. And crazy enough, the people that's doing it, or the party that's doing it the most, well, not the party, but the system that's doing it the most, is senators and Congress. There are so many new young senators and Congress. I'm not saying that they're going to be any better. I'm not saying they're not part of the system, but there are so many younger senators and congressmen coming out of the woodwork than there has been for a while. And
well, we are getting a generational shift.
Yes. And I think we're maybe 1 generation, 2 generations away from actually going ahead and revamping kind of how we need new bodies. It's just too stale. Like, how in the fuck, for example, we got, let's say the last presidential candidates of the last 30 years, 40 years or whatever, they're senators, they're Congress, whatever. And then they vote for or try to become president. Their whole running is, hey, this person is trash. You should vote for me. Remember I did this, etc. It's like, if you were a senator or a congressman for the last 50 years and the nation is still shit, you're responsible too. Why the fuck would I want you as the president?
It's because they play ball.
You were also running things for the last 50 years. So you can't say, look at Senator Jay. He voted no 20 years on this and he did that, blah, blah, blah. I've been a congressman for 40 years. Like, all right. So you'd saying the country's been shit for the last 40 years, but you've also been a congressman for 40 years? Guy, then you're part of the problem. You're part of the issue.
Yeah.
But that's also part of the media and part of the bipartisanship and part of all that bullshit, because the Republican Party or the Democratic Party aren't going to boost someone like that. They're not going to, it's just plain and simple not going to happen. So even if there was, like you said, Joe Schmo, you know, a tie just in most people in the country say, I like how this guy thinks. I like his beliefs. And then they go, oh, what party is he part of? Well, no party supports you. They're not.
And that's what I say.
Yeah.
Like I
just took that as you saying. Agreed. I was just going to say I take that as he said I would make a bad president, but that's okay.
I would vote for you, Mac, but I just think our system's so far gone. Like, look at this week with the whole Fauci hearing. Because of presidential pardons, that dude can't even get held accountable for anything. Like, then why do we allow pardons? Like, should anybody be able to be giving a blanket pardon?
No.
Like that dude was given a pardon to where anything you did for 10 years, you can't be charged.
Yeah.
You can't do anything.
And he's still allowed to say, I choose not to speak.
Yeah.
That's the craziest part to me. Because listen, you cannot be held legally responsible. Nothing is going to happen to you. And for you to still say, I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. What color is your tie? I plead the fifth. What color is the carpet in front of you? I plead the fifth. Like all that bullshit after pardon. That's when I think, okay, fuck your pardon, because you're still doing this after a pardon because we gave you the pardon to be able to say these things and you're not saying it. No, throw his ass in jail. Run him through the streets like that. I don't know, that's crazy. And you know,
Fiona, I would disagree. You know, as much as it's terrible.
You're talking about Charlie Kirk.
Yeah,
I was going to say. I was going to disagree.
As much as it's terrible that he died, and like it's fucking awful. We all agree with that. I don't think he would have been a good president because his political views, where he lined up, he would just play ball. Like, I truly believe that. I don't think he would have been anything different than what we've already seen.
And I kind of agree with that. That where like, and let's be honest, on his own stance and beliefs, yeah, maybe he would have been a great president. But by the time he got to a presidential election, he wouldn't still have those same. He would be bought out. And that just goes back to the same thing. You don't make it to that stage without playing ball.
You can't be too heavy on either side too. And Charlie Kirk was very Republican heavy. He was very, I would say, closer on the Trump side, which I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm just saying you can't be that close to a red line on either side. And then, because that's what's going to happen. Like Matt's saying, the minute that they want you already closely aligned to their ideals. You were close to the idea. Now you fully support the idea because you're already redlined anyway. So we would have nothing different than what he has right now. You need someone that's completely neutral, or someone that is completely on their side. If not neutral, their side. They're able to tell both sides, no, that's stupid, or yes, that's a good idea. To me, that's what's going to make a great president, is someone that can look at a Republican Party and say, yes, that's a good idea. Then the Democrats, so that's a bad idea. And then something else, you can go, actually, the Democrats got it this time, Republicans probably not. Somebody that can look at both sides and say yes or no and the why, and then stand on their own accord and say, I disagree with both that shit. This is what I think. And it's because it's the right thing to do or the wrong thing to do, not because the Warhammer and whatever side said this is what needs to get done. Like it's got to be your own belief, your own accord. And that's why we will never, like we all continue to say, that's why we will never have a great person, because that cannot happen on a two-party system.
Can't.
Because
that money
but it's going to change.
No, that money comes with stipulations, right? Trump got $240 million from AIPAC. They're not just giving you that fucking money for you to vote however you feel. you're gonna
nothing
toe
down.
you're gonna toe the fucking line. Like, it's just the way it
that's
works. And that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
The
You were
system's
bought.
Yeah,
You were
100%.
bought. You have to be bought. Do you want
Yep.
the job or not? You have to be bought. It's no different than, like, people say that, oh, no, I would stand on business and that. Look at your life now. Look at your normal ass, non-presidential, non-political life right now. If a motherfucker came, if you were desperate enough and somebody came and said, hey, I will give you this 200, or let's just say it's $500,000 right now. But when I call you and say I need this done, I need it done.
I want to touch on this here, and that's why I hide. Oh, sorry. Well, I want to touch on that, and that's why I highlighted that. Is that politicians are supposed to be servants. You're not supposed to do this to get rich. You're not supposed to do this to get power. You're supposed to be a servant to the people of your country, district, whatever. You're supposed to put aside all of that shit. And it's been infected by people who, yes, for the campaign, they get money. But if you don't think they're getting kickbacks on other things, look at congressmen and women that come into Congress, net value of this, leave Congress, $100 million. Like they if you don't think there's not kickbacks, they're not servants anymore. People are seeing a political career as a means to success, not to being a servant of the people.
Yep.
And that's what it's meant to be. Yes, you're going to sacrifice. Yes, you're going to pull long hours. Yes, you're going to do all this because you want what's best for the people. Not because you want what's best for you, not because you're thinking of, after I do this, I can get out of office and then go be a millionaire somewhere else. And it goes back to the money aspect, and it goes back to why I think it's so influenced through money. It's still, and I think you even see that in high military. You see people who do stay in because they can get out, and they're being told they can get $1 million a year job or more. And it just perpetuates the issue, and it's just,
that I don't know if it's a serious comment or not, but evildoer, volunteer 666, whether it is or not, the Democrats got to go. That's the exact mindset. That's the issue today. And I'm not shitting on you, but I kind of am. It should not be a Republicans have to go or Democrats have to go. That's how we end up. It should be, what does each party have to offer? If you think Democrats have nothing to offer, you're crazy. If you think Republicans don't have good shit to offer, you're crazy. This is the issue. This is how we ended up where we got here, starting on Israel and Palestine and the nation, this and that. That's the exact mindset on how all the shit happens, is we think one side cannot offer something to the other side. It should be, what do they have good to offer, and have a healthy debate. When we start going into Democrats need to go, Republicans need to go, that's crazy, because both sides
you're falling into the bipartisanship.
Yes. But both sides are dog shit anyway, and I'll stand by that. Both sides are straight ass, because what we've had predominantly, let's just say, Democrat versus Republican hardcore since, let's just say, the 80s, maybe the 70s, maybe even the 60s, hardcore since then. And not shit has changed. It has progressively gotten worse. So, and arguably, depending on what your belief is, you could say when Republicans ran shit, life was better because whatever, gun control was better, whatever. I don't give a fuck, right? And then let's say Democrats take a side and you say other shit was better, immigration, whatever was better. So you're like, life was better then. But you're not looking at it subjectively. Was it? Did life really get better for everybody? Because isn't that the real goal? Is everybody having a better life? The nation having a better life? Not just one specific fucking party or your belief having it? Isn't that the real main goal? Is everybody vibing, so to speak, not just one side? So when you look at that, both sides have failed. So when you hit me with that Democrats need to go and Republicans need to go type shit, fuck out of here with all that, respectfully. Like, that's just like crazy.
No, I'm glad you kind of connected it back to with what we were talking about, because you're right. Like this whole Israel topic, it's not a Republican point of view to talk out against Israel. That's a Democrat thing. Like you don't see Republicans do that. So to just say there's no fucking good idea, the way I see it, the Democrats and a few Republicans, and they all got kicked out and lost their races, they're the ones who are actually calling out this genocide for what it is. Like, so I do agree with you on that.
And I will say, if you're American first, if you're not American first, you're a problem. And that's a big thing for me. Like I've become a very big isolationist.
Who said that? Evildoer? Didn't you just say Democrats need to go evildoer?
Yeah. But hold on. Someone can have that point of view, and someone can also still have a Republican point of view. So
that's confusing.
I know, I get that, but like there's a sliding spectrum and scale to this. Like, and I do think at the base level, like, I mean, no one is fully on the same page we are, right? There's people, he's got frozen, but there's people that still lean Republican, and there's still people that see through whatever reason that there's a lot of issues with the Democratic side. There are. But there's also a lot of, and we understand there's a lot of people, but they could be seeing it through a Republican lens where they've been raised Republican. They've been brought up this way. So yes, they are going to see it that way, but they can still be able to say, hold on. Well, at the end of the day, I can revert and say, if you are for America, and that's what I was getting at, is like, I've become very isolationist. There's so much.
The problem.
Go ahead. Yeah, you can actually go.
The problem is your perfect America is not my perfect America. The president who would do everything I want, who would not be perfect for you. He would not be perfect for Mac. He would not be perfect for Fiona.
That's true. Yeah.
My view of America, like, it's never going to be perfect. It's as simple as that. Like, you're going to have people who are pissed off for 4 years. It's just the way it fucking goes. Like, at the end of the day. I don't know a system of how you could keep, everybody.
No one's ever going to be happy, but people, I think, as a whole, can understand that there is something to.
What we can do is not be as divided and get into this point to where something bad's going to happen, because nobody sees. The two sides are seeing each other as just
and that's what
utter despicable pieces of shit.
And that's what I get into, is that it just seems more and more as we go on that and I've said this, Jay, you probably roll your eyes because you've heard it so much. They're finding every possible factor to divide us at every level. They're Republican, Democratic, Islam, Jewish, Christian, vegan, whatever it is, that it seems like they're just harping on this shit and spreading us further apart, which is pretty clear to me when I look at the world as a whole and try to pull back, is that at every level they seem to pit everyone against each other.
I would dare put a small argument in that. It's not really. It's an argument for with a little bit of against, about getting pitted against each other.
Okay.
Here's my thing. Yes, there are the
Oh, he froze again. Let's just wait for him to come back. He'll pop back up. I don't want to cut him off. All right, you're back. We can hear you.
Nope, he cut out again. I don't hear
cut
the
out
water.
again. Never mind.
They're on to him. He's an alien, dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah, this Israel topic has got him. Got him a couple times. They might. I don't know if Mossad has a big presence in Georgia, but you guys might want to be on the lookout.
Well, also, Jason, I think I am a supporter of that. I think, and that's where I think democracy has failed, because the money or the financial system has taken control of the political system. But yeah, let's let Ty talk if he's. not being abducted
It's a struggle over here. I'm leading a cult in the back too, so I'm busy multitasking. The argument was, yes, they do try to pit us against each other. However, it's a nation full of grown ass people. So what I say is, take us three. If somebody threw a stake in between us, and they said between us three, and said only the best person can eat this steak, we would look at each other and cut this shit up in threes and just eat it. Like, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Do y'all want? How much do we want? Do we want it like fajitas? Do we want it? That's how we would go, and we could be from any more different places, we literally, you can take our
yeah, they don't want him speaking the truth.
No, what he was going to say is we couldn't be any more different. Like, if you just look at our backgrounds and everything, we could not be more different people. But at the same time, we're all great friends.
But also, don't get it wrong that we are all very opinionated, and we'll argue with each other and we'll stand on it, but we're still best of friends. Yeah. So, I mean,
that's true. Oh shit, he's casting spells. He's casting spells. Your hands froze like this.
Fuck, yeah. I don't know. I don't know, fucking yeah, I'm making fucking Orakai back here.
We were building. I don't know if you could. Anyway, I don't know if you could hear us. We were building off what. Okay.
But I knew y'all were gonna pick up what I was putting down anyway. Like, yes, they put shit in front of us, but as people, we bite on it. We bite on it as a nation, and that's the issue. Like, we 100%. It's a president or your.
Oh, he's struggling.
Bruner says it's an invisible war, a war without apparent death. But this community is at war with us, and we feel nothing until the day we are slaves and they are the masters. Deep shit. Some deep shit.
Y'all, you know what? Don't even worry about it. It's until I finish making the fucking rings of power in here, the internet's just gonna be fucking.
You're good for a while. I don't know. Like this meth, whatever you want to say, they do not want us to hear it.
Yeah, they think. Well, they see the mustache and what I'm saying. They're like, this motherfucker's trying to be the next MLK, and they're like, let's take his ass out before he becomes something.
Yeah, we're just gonna see your door creep open slowly.
Yeah. Anyway, y'all get what I'm trying to say. It's just
a faith argument. So, what do you mean by a faith argument? I'm not going to fall out with you.
Good faith argument. Like,
I don't think we're talking about faith, though.
No, good faith, as in like people aren't coming in with
okay.
agendas. That's what
in good faith. Yeah. I get it now. Sorry, I'm a little slow sometimes. You gotta bear with me. Ty is slow because of his potato that runs his internet. He's got to sit on it once in a while to warm it up. But yeah, do we got anything else to dive into? Okay.
I just sent you. I figured we could dive into this. We haven't, ever since they released those bullshit UFO files that were a nothing burger. We haven't really talked about it. But this lady was on Joe Rogan and she talked about, he went out. Hopefully he comes back.
Did you send it to me? Because this is the one you sent last. Dr. Sam Youssef. No,
shit. I sent it to Mac. My bad. There you go.
Unbelievable.
Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties.
So first,
we haven't covered this in a while. And this lady, she said some interesting stuff. And in the second video, Joe Rogan, he kind of puts her feet to the fire because she says some kind of wild stuff. I agree, Bruner. They already control the Western economy. They already control the masters. Since they send their slaves to fight their wars, it's already happening, but you don't feel it. And that, dude, I think you hit the nail on the money. This has been a slow process for a long time.
That was the wildest one I've heard yet. You hit the nail on the money.
Everybody knows what I meant.
Money. I know. I just, I'm going to give you shit. Everybody
knows what I meant.
You know I'm going to give you shit. All right. I did unmute it. Look at me. I'm on my shit tonight. Let's go.
So as far as what the government knows and then deception.
Yeah.
Why do you think that they don't disclose all the information?
My personal opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is nothing that I can point to. Of course I can't. Right. There's no source for it. My personal opinion is because this is above government. It's not theirs to disclose. The government can't disclose something that's not theirs to disclose.
And what do you mean by that?
I mean that there's probably a group of people
that do have money nails.
Have this information or have parts of the information. I don't even know if one person has the whole story. It's super compartmentalized. But my intuition is that we know that there are parts of it that are so highly classified, right? We know that.
Mm-hmm.
And so, it's like, they call presidents short timers and so forth. They're not read in, quote unquote, to the program.
Right.
So
what do you guys in the chat think about this UFO stuff?
For a long time, and the people who know about it have been around for a long time too. What if that's the case? So after I
he does have money now.
After I published American Cosmic in 2019, I met other people. So I met people who indicated to me that they just basically wanted me to not write anything else about this stuff. They just were like, why don't you just focus on what your Catholic stuff and just like don't do this. And
who did that?
Yeah, some people that I had met. So
let's just not do this.
They're people that are associated with the government.
That's crazy.
That they're part of intelligence communities, and so I was interested in what they had to say, and to me, what they didn't tell me anything, Joe. So I'm not going to tell any secrets or anything that I don't have them, but they indicated to me that this is like nobody's going to know about this. So people like so that's what that happened after American Cosmic. Part of that went into encounters, but not all of it.
How did they express this to you, that they don't think that you should be talking about this?
Well, they didn't express it that way. They just said that my time would be better spent looking into other aspects of religion.
Did you say why?
Of course, I wanted to know.
And what did they say to that?
Well, they didn't really say. They didn't.
We'll
really
kill
answer
you.
that
That's
question,
what they said.
But I guess you could say that my experience with them was my answer. My experience with them was that this was
sometimes
something that
I
people
agree,
weren't
Jason.
Know about, and that these secrets wouldn't be told.
So they were essentially saying to you, you're wasting your time.
Pretty much, yeah.
We're not going to tell anybody. You're not going to get any more information. What's out there is out there, and that's it.
Yeah.
I think he has more. I think he has more freedom than most, but I also think on some agendas he's bought out. I'll say that. Like, and a big part of that to me was when Theo Vaughn, like a dude who's not like super big on the political side or the worldview side, kind of opened up to him, and he was just like, "Hey, man, you need to get off the antidepressants." And that to me was like, wait a minute. Like Joe Rogan, someone who was supposed to be this thoughtful interviewer and kind of dive into these different things, now tells this dude that. Like that seemed like
he did come out and apologize for it. But I think it was in a moment thing. He didn't take it serious. That was definitely fucked up. Anyway, sticking with this clip. I thought this clip was kind of interesting because in my opinion, if the government ever tells you, hey, you're kind of looking in the wrong area, you're probably exactly where you need to be.
Yeah.
And she was just writing a book. Like, it's not like she had access to classified information. I don't remember the title of her book. I believe it was like connections between like religion and UFOs and stuff. But hey, he's back.
Things done. You gotta do it right yourself. You know, I have to call Elon Musk and tell him that money I sent him. I expect good internet service.
What did he say? Blah, 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 blah.
No, he fucking. It was his secretary. It's one of the Men in Black worms.
Oh my god, that is awful. Those are those are.
Oh, Hunter with the dark forest theory, and then Pasulka is
that?
a UFO grifter.
What's the dark
What
force?
what are we on now?
UFOs. I'm pulling it up
UFOs and aliens. We're just playing
Nice.
some clips from this woman who was on Joe Rogan, and she was talking about how she was writing this book back in 2019. She didn't have access to classified material. She works in like theology, works with like the Catholic Church and stuff, and she was writing this book, and she said some government officials like CIA types came to her and was like, hey, your time would probably be better spent looking into X, Y, and Z. And I said, I feel like if the government tells you that, you're probably looking exactly where you should be.
I just wanted to
Correct.
blow it up so I didn't word it improperly. The dark forest theory suggests that extraterrestrial civilizations remain silent and hidden to avoid being destroyed by potentially hostile civilizations.
Interesting.
Oh. Where
Interesting.
were
I don't
we?
think I've ever heard that before. I don't know about that.
Really? You've never? Damn, you?
I don't think I've ever heard. I might have. I mean, I've heard people say that before, but I've never heard the term dark force. But yeah, this next clip, she starts saying some stuff, but she really doesn't like. I don't know. She doesn't explain herself, and Joe Rogan just kind of stays on her. Like, hold on, what do you mean? It's kind of interesting.
Well, yeah, Jason, I'll say the same. Yeah, if they're not talking to you, you're not over the target, really. I think even talking to you, and we've gone back. We're not going to dive into it too much here, but like the missing scientist, all that stuff in unison with the UFO releases, in unison with all this bullshit, like sometimes it seems to line up. So, but yes, I agree with that.
What are we just arguing or talking about the fact that there's UFOs and the government's not?
No, we're not arguing anything. We're just talking about. Yeah. So basically, you know, in the past, and I think some of them you've been here for, Ty, but not like. It seems like there's this overlapping thing, and some of it, someone had come in here and said that, you know, they feel like it's kind of a false flag, UFOs, and we've gone into the religious side, Project Bluebeam, and how it all could be bullshit to direct power and everything else. But it all seems to be this overlapping thing that's just really weird. Like you have these scientists go missing, and some of them span back, you know, years ago and stuff. But my belief is that something like this has taken years of preparation. There's this thing that they've been rolling this out, and it goes into soft disclosure. Excuse me, beer hit me all of a sudden. Soft disclosure. When I say that, I mean movies. They saturated us with alien movies. Now, for the average person, aliens not that crazy of a concept, because you've been saturated with so much alien movies, all these different types of things. If there's aliens, most people would be like, okay, so what's the next step? And then rolling it out and what they can actually roll out. And we've gone into that before because we have new viewers here. Sorry, Jay and Ty. That it goes into the money side of it. Like some companies that got access to alien technology, therefore got a huge step up and therefore made more money. Well, now you go into a legal side of things saying, well, wait a minute, this isn't fair. We've been fighting with, you know, Northrop Grumman. We've been fighting with British aeronautical engineers. We've been trying to compete with these companies, and you're telling me that they've had alien technology all along. Well, then you go into the legal side, where how many billions of dollars is technically through the legal system, which we know isn't really a thing when it comes to the government, that you owe these people that were fighting off of their own knowledge compared to people that had anti-gravity or any number of things. Sorry, I went a little deep, or not deep, but on a tangent a little. So I think it's all been layered. My thing is that, like, they can't just say, oh, here it is, here's all the evidence, here's everything, because then everyone sits back and says you could cure cancer. 0 point energy is a real thing, and I've been paying $4 a gallon. You know, I've been paying an electrical bill for 40 years, and you've had this since, say, if we're going on Roswell, for over 60 years, like, but yet you've been making us pay for it. So there's no easy way to disclosing. There's this playbook, and they have to go through everything and see where we have to hold back this information. We can put out this information. So, yeah.
You know, as we've had probably a billion hours of conversation on aliens, both on and off the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sit and think, I still think us as humans, we tend to over ostracize it. Like, we tend to have an idea and then we run with it and make this big thing. And I've been thinking, like, what if, and I think it's a strong theory, but what if a lot of what we have, or what we think we have, is kind of the over imagination of the human brain? What if it's not rolled out as much as we want it to, because they have less than we think they do, and they don't quite understand it yet? So let's say Roswell happened, right? They get this UFO, they get the technology, they get this. No doubt whatsoever, when Roswell happened, the US did not have technology to fucking reverse engineer this shit. Maybe they had a little bit, but probably not. So let's just say it took them a while to really understand really what the fuck they had. And Roswell is just something that's well known. I'm sure there's probably so many other shit that's happened that we don't know about. But though the US government is really good at creating technology, maybe when that happened, they didn't have what they needed to reverse engineer whatever they needed. So maybe, just maybe, we're catching up to what they do have, right? We're catching up to what they do have. And in our head, think of any, this sounds shitty, but think of any folklore or native story or whatever ever. Somebody heard something, saw something, and now it becomes the mystical Jay. And now all of a sudden there's this fucking Jay that's in there, and Jay can fly, Jay can fucking spit fucking laser beams, he's got fucking Carson breath, he's just some crazy ass being, right? But in reality, it was Jay that fucking had a goddamn towel on his back and a fucking scorpion. No, he saw a centipede crawling on his nuts, and he was just out there doing shit. But in theory, it became this big thing over years. Now, I'm not saying that's what it is. UFOs are 100% real. Both of y'all know I could go on space forever, because that's my space and fucking whatever.
Dinosaurs. Fucking. Sorry.
Yeah. No, that's your theory. That's where one of the degrees is background is. Education is that. So I'll go on forever. But I do think UFOs are real. But I also think that we're making it a bigger deal than it is. I did see the comment, what if the government's honest? But I don't think I don't think we know what we're talking about. When I say we, I mean the government. I don't think they know what they have yet. And that might be a distinctive reason on why they're not saying shit, because they're like, honestly, if we tell you we had UFOs, you're going to think we got flying cars and shit. And honestly, we just figured out how to fucking make a microwave or something.
Well, yes, and but that also goes into the belief when you go into the technological boom. You go into whether you believe it or not. When did Roswell happen? In the 40s, right? The 40s? No, 47. Yeah, okay, in the 40s. When did we all of a sudden go to the moon? And I get Project Paperclip. We had the greatest minds in the world because of the war. We pulled a bunch of them here to the United States. I get that, but it's still crazy to think that we went from 1947 to going to the fucking moon. Like, there's that jump to where I think we did learn stuff. And then you go into some of the stories, Bob Lazar and stuff, that what if they told us? What if they said we had live specimens and we got them? And they said, yeah, this is how you decipher it. This is how you do it. And then we get it. And that's my argument on the side, which I completely understand and get your side. What if it's been completely, we just can't fathom, we can't understand. There's non-earth metals, there's non-earth materials that we don't have access to. All this other, but what if there is some side of it that they were like, okay, this is how you do it, this is how you do it. Would you not think that the world governments would throttle that?
Yes, I do.
For military power?
Yeah, I do. Okay. Yes, I'm not saying that's not the case. I'm just saying that we tend to go heavy on that, and no one really puts any thought into the other side of stuff. You know, this is just a conversational fact. I'm not saying, let's say that all that is true, then the world powers not telling the rest of us that shit is 100% probably what it is. Yeah. I'm just throwing out there, what about the other side? Because I can definitely see if I had some crazy ass technology, and I think about kids. If you had kids and you got some shit, you lie to your kids all the goddamn time. Like anybody that's got kids, 100%. If something as simple as fucking candy. Do you have any more candy in that? Nah, bud. Yep. There ain't no more shit in this. I'm sorry. But let's say something else. Think about your dad. You ask your dad some shit, and your dad's just like, "Oh, get the fuck," and then you find out he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He lied. It's like that's what I'm saying. We put all this shit in there. Like, maybe again, I'm in the mindset that it probably is the other side. They probably know a bunch of shit, and of course they're not going to tell us because of the power. But I'm also saying I can also see the dad factor of like, bro, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know what the fuck this is. Yes, we can make a microwave. Yes, we can go to the moon. But the minute that they say UFOs are real, everything that we think they know is going to blow up. Oh, what the fuck? You got zero power. You got this. They're like, bro, no, I just figured out how to fucking make a microwave like 20 years ago. We don't know that. And then you have a bigger problem.
Well, that also goes into the throttling, though. That still goes into my same thing, is where they have to meticulously comb through everything and say what we can tell the public and what we can't. You know what I mean?
I think I understand what you're saying, Mac. And it is an interesting theory when you think about it, is if the government had to come out and tell us like, yeah, it's been 80 years, but we still have no fucking clue what's going on. Like, they're still coming here. And this is what freaks me out. This is what freaks me out, is like the malevolent aspects of it. The abductions, the cattle mutilations. Like, to me, there's so much of that shit that's been reported, it's got to be true. So if my government was to come out and tell me, listen, they take people, they do weird shit, and we can't do nothing. Yeah, that would freak me the fuck out.
That's scary as shit.
100%.
Correct. You talk about mass chaos. I'm like,
we have no power. We have no power.
Now, correct. That's what I'm getting at. It's like, I would not dare. If you have a family, you wouldn't tell your family that shit anyway. You'd be like, hey, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. There's people outside trying to get in the fucking house. I don't know how the fuck they're getting in the house, and I don't have a gun.
Dark skies. Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't be able to sleep. Your family would be able to sleep. Your family would be questioning you every day. Like, I'm not going to fucking sleep. You just said there's people trying to get in the house and you can't protect me. So now you're doing fire guard and you fucking do it like all types of shit. Think about that on a mass country level. You're fucked.
It would collapse.
It would collapse. You can't protect me. Fuck, I'm not. And that's what I mean by, I wouldn't come out and be like, yeah, dude, there's aliens here and they're doing butt shit to people. Like they're doing butt shit to everybody, and I can't do shit about it.
And they have, they have 20-inch dongs. And they're doing
with barbs. They got big ass cat dicks, and they're going for people's throats and asses. Man, we can't do shit about it. What? You should have just told me. Like I would feel more secure just thinking whatever the fuck I wanted versus knowing for sure.
Blissful ignorance.
Yes.
Let me bury my head back in the sand. Like I don't want to know this.
But the whole disclosure thing has been fucking annoying. Like. I don't know if you've looked. I don't know, Mac, if you've looked into any of the stuff they've released since they've done the disclosure, but it's all bullshit. It's all grainy. Literally, some of the stuff they've released is like Facebook videos, and they're like, "Oh, this is real." No, show me a body. Show me a body.
So much of it has been FBI documents, and then I think they slipped and released a document from the FBI saying we don't handle this shit. We hand it off to the Air Force.
And one of them was the FBI just went to some professor's conference, and the professor was like, yeah, aliens are just kind of like Jesus Christ. They can do all the stuff he did, actually. And this was in the 50s. That's the shit they're releasing to us. It's just FBI going to crazy dudes' fucking lectures.
Yeah, it's all bullshit. That and the shitty ass, like you said, the shitty videos. Like, look at this alien. Be like, that's not an alien. That's a blurry photo of a roach crawling on the floor. You know where I grew up? I know what a roach looks like on a goddamn camera lens. There's no way.
Somebody called us dipshits.
Yep.
He called us dipshits. He said the U.S. Congress literally had a public congressional hearing on military personnel with UFO content. Alien disclosure has already happened. Are you fucktards maggots too? First off, no, we're not. If you watch the first 2 hours of stream, you'd clearly know that. Second off, have you ever seen an alien?
Stop watching the news.
Have you ever seen an alien in any of this disclosure?
I also
so you work with Lockheed Martin?
Hold on.
McDonald's, Douglas.
Hold on. I want to preface something.
Can you explain that better, sir?
Hold on. First, I have to preface something because he does have a little bit of truth into it. The truth is, I'm not a maggot, but I am a fucktard. I just want to throw that out there.
That's true.
Yeah, I will fully accept I don't know everything. But I will also point out that nobody knows anything about UFOs because all we've gotten so far.
Let me read this. Ex-military contractor here. Sorry.
Hey, buddy.
All caps.
Hey, buddy. I got bad news. That doesn't mean shit to me. I'm sorry. I spent enough time in the military. That term doesn't. You might be trolling, and if you're trolling, you're doing a damn good job. So like, I'll clap for you. But if you're not, don't ever come in anybody's comment section and say you're ex-military contract.
Yeah, you could have worked on KP duty for all I fucking know, guy.
And you're a contractor that worked with it, and you're in our YouTube channel telling us about it right now.
I don't know.
Good on you, man.
Yeah. I would just say, if you're not trolling, Jeannie, I would say take a breath and then listen to what we're saying, and then maybe go back earlier to find out, who we are, because it's just a convo. However, I do understand as a motivated, dedicated ex-contractor such as yourself, maybe you could give us.
I'm definitely entitled. Don't get it wrong.
Ignorant, entitled, arrogant.
Have you not watched anything? We've been talking about UFOs for 30 minutes. No, not one time has anybody denied any of the shit you're saying.
No, it's an idiot who jumps in at 1 second and.
Yeah, now we have small dick energy. This is awesome.
It's actually micro dick. It's there's an actual medical term for it. So if you could please get it right. And
I actually want to say something. You know what a really good sign that somebody has a small dick is? is if they come into chats on the internet and they say, I'm an ex-military contractor.
Oh, it's called It's actually called Tic Tac Potato Sack. All right, all wheels, no cannon.
I'm curious if answer as honest as you could, Jeannie. I am very curious as to the context of ex-military contractor and the relation to fucking aliens. I'm just curious because, like, were you an ex-military contractor protecting like a base? Were you fucking escorting ET?
No. He worked in the he worked in
Cooking?
the he worked in the DFAC. He worked in the DFAC at Fort Benning.
He worked at the DFAC that fucking when they built a small base in Roswell. He's also a time traveler. He was feeding fucking aliens rubber eggs.
What you want, honey? What you want, honey?
Next soldier alien.
TR3B is reverse engineering U.S. anti. Okay, I believe you. I believe you.
TR3B. Hey, we're fans of the TR3B here. But if you come in here with hostile energy, we're gonna match
just
it.
Tell Jeannie. Just give me your background. Just answer me. What the fuck? What is that? Just answer the question. Not as a dickhead, because we're not dickheads.
He's already said too much. He can't.
We have holographic tech.
You're not telling us anything. Listen, Gene, if you tell us that you've worked on this shit, I'll bring you on the show. We'll bring you on the show. But
Project Bluebeam, we got it. It's.
I want to highlight Fion's comment because it's an interesting story. It says, "I'm being serious now. I woke up 2 miles from my home in my boxers. My feet were still warm, and I was thinking happy thoughts. Maybe I sleepwalked, but it was really an experience."
Were you drinking the night before, Fion?
You were abducted. Like that's some missing 411 shit. Like,
yeah.
If that's a true statement, Alphabet 38, I would love to actually hear the story.
Yes.
Or a more context of the story. If it's true, if you're not just trolling Genie because he's just saying some wild shit, I'm all about it.
Hell yeah, Hazel. Happy thoughts.
I'm curious. It's nothing but happy thoughts, Hazel. We were just curious at what Genie woke up with a sore ass and the TR3B or something, and he just started attacking folks, and he still didn't reply. Like, Genie, what the fuck's
see another one with the Black Forest theory. That's what I was saying.
He said I'm not allowed, but I can tell you David Seifert was my Lockheed Martin boss. Go ahead and look him up. I'm going to. But there's no way you're not allowed to talk about anything. Like, you can say something.
Ed Gein, great uncle.
Okay. This dude's a fucking troll. Gein, round of applause. You did a great fucking job.
I still want a fake story of ex-military. At least come up with a fake story. I'm serious about my question.
He made it all up.
I know. I want him to make up the story. I want him.
Good job.
Yeah.
No, now you're stuck in it. Yes, now you're stuck in it. Now
stuck.
you have to come up with the backstory.
Yeah, I'm so serious. Give me a backstory in your ex and make it good, because
Oh, no, he said none of us from the military.
No,
that's fine. That's fine.
We weren't.
That was good.
We just play airsoft, and we think we are.
Obviously, none of you pussies were in the military. Yeah. That's not true. I spent quite a while in the Salvation Army.
But I am that, Gein, just so you know.
And I'll have you know. I'll have you know, Gein. It was a day after Veterans Day. A guy came through the McDonald's drive-thru. He asked for the veterans discount. I still gave it to him. Even though it was after Veterans Day. So I don't want to hear. That's just as good as being in the military. What I did for that veteran.
We salute Jay for that.
Hold on, get back on task. Chaos for you 728. I think we should touch on that person's. Because you just said it. Yes, you did. You said another Black Forest theory. He put it down. I think there is. Back onto it. after getting, I'm not bullshitting. I do want an ex-military contractor story. I didn't forget about that. But
yes, sir, Keen.
Yeah, I would like to touch on that too, because
good. We're glad.
Huh?
Go ahead. Sorry,
Oh,
I'm talking.
somebody.
I'm talking to the great and mighty Geen.
Oh, I got you.
Right.
Yeah. So that theory, damn, I lost it. Whatever. It was basically saying if aliens were real, we'll be dead. Is that? Did I read that right?
Well,
Yeah,
we'll
no, that's
kill it.
essentially what it
Yeah,
said.
yeah. It was that's what Black Forest theory is. It's like aliens or
no, I'm
life
aware.
forms will protect themselves.
Yes,
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I'm aware. I was just. It's not the only theory out there that says if aliens were real, we'll be dead. So I was just curious what they meant, because if there was something different, I would like to hear it, just because it goes into what you were saying earlier.
I think he's going into the Stephen Hawking's theory.
That makes sense.
That like aliens could view us as ants, as we view ants. Like we're so insignificant, we're so below them that if they wanted. But then that also goes into like, for lack of better terms, the Prometheus theory, the theory that we could be in an experiment, and they're just sitting back and watching and saying,
That could be true, because remember, we talked about that a while ago, and I was saying, I think I said maybe we're the aliens or part of, because I think we were talking about evolution after that too. So I don't think we'll really truly have the answer. Besides, the only clue to that, to dive back into that, would be how we're like almost nothing else on this planet. I would say that would support us being experiments. We are almost nothing like this, anything on this planet, minus, the great apes. But even still, you got to have a base genome if you're going to make some kind of experience. And that's why that, that percent off is, 1%, maybe even 1.5% is a lot in TNA. It really is astronomically a lot. But still, you would think.
Geen, I agree with you on that part.
Closer.
I agree with you on that part. I will say, I think we were genetically altered. The missing link, so to speak. We haven't found it. Whether that's,
Well, we're not going to find it. We're not. I know we talked about it beforehand.
Yes, sir, Geen. You can move on now. We're not. That's enough out of you.
We're not
keep
going
talking,
to
but
find a missing link.
See you later. Adios.
Because there's not just one. You know what I mean? Like, there's not just one. We're not going to find.
There's no missing link. Sorry, I want to.
We're not going to find just one. And arguably, we have found missing links. You know what I mean? Because remember, at one point, there was like 7 different humans on the planet living at one time. Like most of us just think of us and then the Neanderthal, but there was like 4 or 5 other ones at the same time too. Now, those can be considered missing. And then to go into the we're engineered / we're the experiment, you would have to have different kinds of experiments at one time to see which one was successful, which one failed. And then obviously trying to make one, you would fail. And then that would continue to go on. That's just, human A, human B, human experiment 1B, whatever the case may be.
But
go ahead.
I don't know. No, I was going to say, I don't know about them manipulating us. It does seem that, I don't know. Like I said, I always come back to like the biblical thing whenever we talk about there being this seeming outside intervention as to why we are so special. But I don't know why we would also assume that they've just been here for 80 years. That doesn't make any fucking sense either.
Ooh, Grim, I'm kind of on your page. I'm on the evolution side, but
why just 80 years? Why not go back? Let's say argument 4. The aliens would not have been here for 80 years. Let's just say we take the human factor, human technology, just the human brain as it stands modernly. And when I say modernly, I mean within the last, let's just say, couple thousand years, modernly, because our brains haven't exactly changed in the last couple thousand years, minus to cope with new technologies, minus to cope with tools, screens, shit like that. But it hasn't really changed. Either way, we're only as smart as our tech, or only as smart as what we got, or only as smart as the times. So my argument for, if we're saying just 80 years, that would be impossible, because let's go back to Egyptians doing brain surgery thousands of years ago. Now, I'm not saying those folks didn't have a fuck ton of time on their hands and didn't have a ton of help. When I say help, I mean just people. They were like, you know what, fuck it, let's just open up his head. He's a slave. Let's just figure out what the fuck we got going on. They surely had the resources to do so. But why, why do it? First of all, because let's take it back then. An ancient Egyptian, they say they have a headache, whatever the case may be. Like, did the humans at that time really have the mindset to go, well, and this is thousands of years ago, and I'll wrap it to why I think it's important or significant to bring it up. Did ancient Egyptians really go, well, you have a headache or some shit, let's open up his head, see if we can fix it, close it back up, seal it, and he can live a happy life? Versus in 1753, which is modern times, they're like, fuck, he's a witch. How the fuck did we go from like, we can't go from the brain of and this was thousands of years before 17, whatever, 18, whatever. These dudes were still, they were talking to snakes and shit just because. But you telling me they had the brain to go, well, this is that. There's even people having heart surgery. There's people having whatever surgeries. Again,
yes, but I also want to hold your thought. Keep it in your mind. I also want to go into more modern recording of history, like more recently in the last 200, 300 years.
Sure.
We've gotten way better at speaking one language, especially here in America, or better at translating languages, right?
Sure.
So these things are able to be documented and worked on further through documentation. Whereas before, there was a much bigger barrier. Written languages, especially you go 2,000 years ago, were vastly different, and there weren't people talking about and cross talking about all this stuff. Wars were happening. Documents, books, or scrolls, or whatever you want to say, were being erased, burnt. Like, there's so much less communication than we have now.
What's the point towards?
Well, I'm saying, like, even if they were working on say cutting people open and doing all this and that, and there was this certain group, say the Egyptians, for the sake of what you're saying, were doing these things, there's a good chance it wasn't getting out on a large scale. It wasn't being passed on a large scale.
But now, mind you, very true. However, it's also known that the ancient Egyptians weren't the only ones to do this. Like, they weren't the only.
No, I know that.
And that's it could even go towards that. The fact that there was not talking across continents, and there was not talking amongst like that. Brain surgery in Egypt, especially in those times, whatever, 7,000, 10,000 years ago, brain surgery in Egypt, let's say it was a regional thing, that had no business making its way to Peru back in those days either.
No,
because there wasn't crime, there wasn't trade that to Peru.
The aliens got Ty.
No.
And that goes into the theory of AI and stuff, and then this too. I'm not going to completely shut out Gain. But yes.
I think you're back, Matt.
No, he's not back.
Okay. And that's not even touching on like the other shit they did back then. Like, just look at, we've talked about it on here before, but the pyramids, the shit that's under the pyramids. There's no fucking way they built those. There's no way.
Oh, I hear the water again. He's back.
Okay, you're back.
That's strange. I never disappeared from the screen, like ever.
I don't
Can you
know.
hear me now?
Ooh, going to Toth. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. Like there's no. I heard everything. My screen was as normal. So yes, pyramid. There, I agree. But the argument for it wasn't getting out is just another point for how.
Yeah.
There was
How'd
just-
they do this shit?
From Peru to Egypt, yes, there could have been trade routes. But come on, think of 10,000 years ago, trading information on how to successfully do brain surgery from Peru to Egypt.
No, it's not happening.
Yes, like, and the only other thing would be that both people in those time frames, you know, the thousands of years of block of time or whatever, both people had to have the same idea.
She just said it. That's funny. Yeah.
Maybe some.
Thank you, Hazel. Mac is right. But in parallel theory, maybe one or two people in different places might have the same knowledge.
Or they're getting it from the same source.
Yes, or the same. And you know, I'm for either way. You know, y'all know I like to play both sides. I'll play devil's advocate. They have to get it from the same source. And since we're in this theory, the same source could be, sure, ancient aliens. Because
keep going.
How in the world could, and there are also so many people or so many ancient cultures and civilizations that show weird ships, for lack of a better term, weird crafts, weird looking people. Now, you know, some of that could be normal wear and tear. Like, it's not unknown that Egyptians used to put headbands on their babies because elongated skulls was a sign of, you know, of wealth, a sign of like things like that. That's not even uncommon. Like, I forget I don't remember if it was Spain or France, but remember there's a coat in the 1800s. I'm pretty sure it's 18 or 1700. There's a group of royals who had that elongated chin. Maybe it was the 1600s too. I can't remember I don't remember, but remember they incest so much that because of that prominent chin in their face was a sign of wealth and a sign of royalty. They did it so much that their last king was so disfigured that no one could talk to him. No one wanted to bathe him. He was just ugly as shit. It was just.
It goes into foot binding too.
Yes. Yeah. So like, it's not uncommon that a culture would. So of course.
Or neck elongation in Africa.
Neck in Africa. Yeah. It's not uncommon. You know, let's fast forward thousands of years today. We see this fucking brown thing with a long ass fucking head and a long neck. We're like, that's a fucking alien. But that was just Jeff from down the street in Egypt. Like, they're just like, oh yeah, that dude's. That's just.
Or were they trying to imitate them because that was the sign of power?
100%. You know what I mean? And it could be, and that's one of the theories that I believe that
the Crimson Chin.
The Crimson Chin is correct. Of course, it's like modern day to be more, and I just say I'm not picking on it, but to be more Christ-like. That's a modern thing, to be more like Christ. Back then, they took it to more of extreme, to be more like whatever this alien is. They're like, this is an alien. Well, they wouldn't call it alien. They would just say this is a god or this is a whatever. Let's look like him. And so I do think I would find it very hard to believe that a lot of what we did as a species, especially back then, would not be without help. Because
I agree with that.
They had and I'm not taking away from our ancient intelligence, because you give humans enough time by themselves, they'll figure some shit out. Like, that's just, a human will figure some shit out. But making a pyramid, getting blocks, heavy ass blocks from different places, the technology you would need to roll them, to the time needed, the precise math needed. And the math is arguable because again, I think we give ancient people less credit than they're due because they were pretty damn smart. But, you know, for that time period, I don't see a bunch of the shit we did really possible without help. And then us not being able to recreate it today. Like we should be able to recreate or at least reverse engineer or figure out how they did some shit. Like easy. We just should be able to. We can even go ahead.
No, I was going to say the ancient alien thing. The thing I think about when thinking about this is why did it stop? If they did come down here and they helped us build these pyramids, then why did it stop? Because there's 1,000+ year period where there wasn't really anything incredible built. It was another 1,200 years before we got cathedrals and we got other stuff like that.
I mean,
like it clearly seems like the influence. I'm going to finish my sentence. It clearly seems like the influence stopped, and that's what freaks me out.
Well, it kind of goes into the thing of just interjecting enough. It goes into the scientific realm of it. If you believe that side of it is where they're just doing so much to give that bump to humanity to say, okay, here, boom, here's the knowledge of certain things, and then sitting back now and watching us progress and watching us evolve and watching us do these things. And then you get to a lot of the UFO accounts of the Cold War era. Then we build nuclear bombs. Then we get to where it could possibly get really bad. And then you get into these accounts of these UFOs flying over and shutting down nuclear silos. And it's still just that enough to be like, hey, we're going to stop this. And then we're going to pull back out and watch again.
Yeah, but they didn't stop it, though. That's.
I mean, there's accounts that they did. There's accounts that they were flying over and shutting down nuclear silos.
Yeah, I know there's accounts for that, but that just seems like a very shitty way to stop something. Like, you're just going to show up every time one of the 20,000 nukes in the world is fucking stood up straight. Like, to me, it seems like there was a presence, and then the presence vanished for a while, and now it's back. And maybe it's always been here. That's what we're hearing out of Congress. What we hear out of Congress is it seems like they're not from outer space. They're from here. That's what we hear Tim Burchett and all these other dudes who are having these meetings with the alleged professionals are saying, and that they might be underwater.
I agree with Grimhead, actually, with his last comment. That's exactly where my mindset is on much of that too. To get the idea to use fire, our first technology, is hard, but not stuff on the fire, but not put stuff on the fire. I agree. That's what I mean by human intelligence. Maybe, and that also goes to both y'all's point of why stop. They give us the first technology, and then everything after that is kind of on us.
They take a back seat and they say, let's watch. Let's let them move forward.
And this comes down to human interpretation too, because I don't think we'll ever know. We can only put like human mind in it, because that's what we would do. We would experiment. We would do something, step back and go, well, let's see how they do. For all we know, there could have been something else. There could have been a sickness. That could have been their whole point. Maybe like unpopular opinion, and I don't even really believe it myself. But I do just said it. Yeah, or like I was going to say, maybe, because we always go with the negatives. I was going to go positive. For all we know, maybe their alien culture is, let's just say, create life. Maybe they go to different places, create it, and then they go somewhere else. That's their whole thing. Let's just say they have a scientific mind. And I think we go very heavy because of movies and because as humans, we're destructive. And so anything that we think of that's different or scary, whatever, we automatically go to.
That's what he's saying right now, Grim, is that we're thinking on a human level, not thinking that they could be thinking completely different. Right, Ty? We see it from our human brain. We don't see it from an outside perspective.
Yeah, we can only think human because that's what we are. We can only think violent because that's what we are. We can only see where they see a stick as a broken tree. We see a stick as a weapon.
Yeah. No. That's why I was pointing it out. I think it was kind of getting along with what you were saying, is that we only comprehend it from our own thoughts, beliefs, and everything. We don't see it through something we have no comprehension of.
Correct. We have no idea. Like I said, they come across a broken stick and they would go, why would they break a tree? Why would they make such a beautiful tree? And then we come across the stick and go, make that shit a spear. We gotta fuck some shit up. Like we would never know.
But wouldn't
then Grim
teaching.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, wouldn't teaching not to do that stuff be more important than teaching how to do, like, build the pyramids? Like, if we're talking about intervention, then why hasn't there been, or if they did create us, why wouldn't there be intervention to be like, hey, we fucking created you guys, stop this religious shit? You know what I'm saying? Because,
what if it's like, solely an experiment, though? Like, as little intervention as possible. Like, wait, we need to continue this experiment. You guys can't wipe each other out right now. So we're just going to step in just enough to say, no, don't do that, and try to be discreet as possible, and then back out because they're watching. And here's the thing is, some people can't deal with this. What if there's 200 other Earths that they're doing the same fucking thing on? Not saying exactly like Earth, but and there's different parameters for each fucking, like, if you take it on, and again, and this goes back to Ty's level, I'm thinking on a human brain basis of an experiment and of these things. I'm not seeing it from their point of view, which could be completely different. But what if you even take it from a human point of view? There's 100 different petri dishes, and there's a little bit of a different concoction in each dish. And then I sit back and look out. But, one of those dishes is showing promise, but it starts to go a little bit of the wrong way. And then I can go, wait a second. I can alter this just a little. Let me do a little tweak and then sit back again and say, let me see what it does now.
What if they don't care? And I put this in a sense of, let's take, I'm going to mix the both alien and religion. It's very strange that in most religions, there's a portion of it that says whatever God is in that religion gave humans free will. What if, for whatever reason, they create life, they created us whatever for whatever reason, and they're just like, yeah, you guys, we created you, we're done. You got free will. You can do whatever the fuck you want. They don't care. They just left. And then as religion goes on, because it's not too far, even before the pyramids and not too far after, that's kind of when you start to see religion anyway. And almost all Bibles, Qurans, Subdis, Glans, I forget so many other ones, they reference ancient Egypt. They reference ancient Peru. Like, it's around that time frame. And what if that free will, that portion of free will and all that, is the God saying, listen, we're done. Do what you want. Can do whatever the fuck you want. We're out. And then that's when you start to see it, because it's strange. Almost everything that mentions an ancient God or biblical times or whatever, at least mentions ancient Egypt, and also mentions being given free will. And why would they leave, or why would they stop? That's another thing of, like, we could argue that all day. For all we know, Earth, because there's no argument that there's planets upon planets, there's trillions of planets. The universe is ever expanding, and there's always a place to go. For all we know, and Earth itself is very lucky to be Earth. The fact that we're just a third rock from the sun, we're just at the perfect distance and the perfect temperature from the sun, as well as the moon, that's to create Earth that's perfect in itself.
Goldilocks,
just kind of a stop on a way going somewhere, and they just stopped here because whatever reason they stopped here, because Earth seemed at the time is what they need, rather it's water, rather it's the heat, rather it's the atmosphere, rather whatever it is they stopped here for. They stopped, and they just needed X amount of time to whatever refuel. They needed help doing whatever, building
and they
shit,
built
whatever.
facilities for it.
Sure. And then they were
Pyramids.
like, okay, we got everything we need because, you know, we're only here for, you see, that's our first, well, maybe not the first, but that's our first real big technological and knowledge boom is the ancient times. Why then? We're around forever. Why did we start getting language? Why did we start getting written language and really organized spoken language? Why did we start getting technology boosts? Why did these pyramids all over the place start popping the fuck up? Why did we start organizing? Why did we start looking kind of the same? Why did we start? And that's only because maybe the planet was used as a stopping point.
Exactly.
And then once they figured out everything they needed, they're like, all right, well, we got gas and we got
later.
Food, so
Yeah,
bye.
they refueled and interacted just enough that gave us that technological boom. And basically, what we're getting at here is we're not really arguing, but we're bringing up different points to the same end. You know what I mean? Like whether it is that, whether it is a scientific experiment, whether it is we don't know, but all of these things are possible, right? All these things are at the end of the day are very possible. Whether you know, and it was in one of the first release the government did is, and we talked about it. One of these dudes was giving a speech. Why is he being watched? Well, he talks about the biblical story and all of it. It's actually very fucking interesting that it was basically these aliens came, and then the Virgin Mother. Well, they brought the males, the Nephilim or somewhat, I forget somewhat now, and dropped them off. And then they left and they were going to bring back the women. But by the time they came back, the males that they dropped off were intermingling with the previous life forms that were here, whether it's Cro-Magnus, Neanderthals, whatever. And when they came back, they said, well, oh shit, they already went to work. But they had this pregnant female or whatever side of the race. And they said, we'll just drop her off. And they dropped her off. She gave birth to a more pure blood alien that still had this connection, this psychic ability, this everything that was Jesus. And was this prophet. It was actually, we dove into it, and it's in a previous episode. You guys have to look for it, but like we were going through and it was in that document, and it was interesting. But since then, me and Jay had even talked about, I think it was last week, like, what if all this is a farce? And what if, we see how good fiction is? I mean, if you guys read books, if you guys watch movies, you see how incredible people's imaginations are. Now, imagine that they have the answer to all this, and maybe it was us all along. And they just hire these fictional writers, multiple different writers, and telling them to write these fictions, but we have to have these convergences at certain points. But two different writers are meeting this point, but they get two different stories, and you get all this bullshit and all this fantastical shit that creates this great fucking UFO file drop that we're all, it's not great. I mean, people who are cognizant of it are kind of like, this is all bullshit. But other people are like, whoa, this is a great story.
Needed.
I just don't think the government's that good at anything to do that.
We missed this. If you're still here, Grim, I'm curious, would an intelligent bacteria care? Give me some clearly didn't see that earlier, so give me context on what you meant by would an intelligent bacteria care about what? Because that seems like a very interesting thing to say. I am curious. Evildoer, there are 3 to 5 trillion galaxies. Planets would be in the quintillions. I'm pretty sure that number. I'm pretty sure that the number is 100 to 200 billion, or something like that. I'm pretty sure it would be.
It's the Drake equation, what you're referring to.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's got to be in this. The actual latest number has got to be the sextillions. If you use the one that's using or something like that, and I'm pretty sure sextillion is bigger than quint, I think. But I'm really curious about the what an intelligent bacteria care.
Grim said the Swarm, a German SF book.
Hey Hazel, can you DM me what book you're talking about? or what show PK?
I think what he
Indian
was
movie,
getting to
that's
is like
good.
an intelligent life form. Like, why do we assume it would care about like our development and stuff after the point where it's affected? It's effective for them. Like after the point where we're useful to them, why would they give a shit?
Well, then you go into the transdimensional theory and you go into the lost civilization theory where there was a few that were put here. Or there's few that can transcend to a different plane, and they lost their civilization. Whether a sun expanded, whether something their Earth was hit by a meteor, they lost everything. So now there's these few possible ethereal like beings, ethereal, whatever, that are trying to rebuild their civilization, that are trying to rebuild what they had.
Yeah, they can fuck off. I don't give a shit about that.
Yeah, I'm just saying
Earth is isolationist. We don't give a fuck about
But I mean, we're talking about this, and it's that to me is the fascinating side. There's all these possibilities that Ty talked about, that you talked about, that I talked about. There's all these different looks into what could possibly be happening, if anything. Yeah, hey, I'm still. What if we are the singularity in the universe? What if? Do you ever think of that?
It's
and we
fucked.
don't. And we don't have any other aliens. We don't have anything. I'm just saying it's fascinating to bounce these ideas off each other and think about these different possibilities where we're not really arguing here. We're not like, we're just presenting all these different possibilities. We're experiment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we are truly alone. You know, we were a stopping point for gas and fuel, and there was some intermingling that did propel us forward a little bit. There's so many different possibilities that we can all talk about and have fun talking about and discuss. And at the end of the day, we just want to know what it is. Like as shocking as it could be, maybe I'll break down and cry and feel horrible for my kids. Maybe I'll have an existential crisis. I still want to know.
Yeah, I do too. Like at the end, and if they tell me, like,
go
ahead, Mac.
I was going to say, the search for that, I think the day that we find out, one or two things would happen. One would be we would fall into a slump, kind of a scientific search slump. Or the other one would be something else would drive our brain to want to know. And because the search for life, other life, and the search for the meaning of, if you take our origin on Earth, has fueled so much other things beyond aliens, such as, drilling for oil, a lot of this came from search. Like a lot of this technology, that came from really the search of our origins and our real history. And the minute we find that, we find the true meaning and why. It's kind of like, it goes back to that why would bacteria care? After we find that out, the true reason, why search anymore? What do we give a shit about fossils in our intelligence? What do we care about how we evolved? What do we care about why do
it'll either be a boost, it'll either be a boost or a halt.
Yes.
Now what if they come out and they tell everybody, there's nothing after this. This is it. You die and it's done and it's over with. There
is plenty of people who believe that and live full, healthy lives.
But there's plenty of people who don't believe that, who live their whole life on this idea of going to heaven and all this other stuff. So there's a lot more people who prescribe to some type of religion. If you come out and you tell
which I think serves a purpose.
I'm just saying the effects it would have on society if you came out and you said, yeah, there's no soul, there's no afterlife, this is done in it.
It would be drastic, but the beautiful thing about the human mind is we have a tendency to hear the truth and say that's not the fucking truth. So even if somebody came out and said, "Hey, for real, we can prove it. There is no soul. There's no this. There's no that." That doesn't take out dreams. That doesn't take out experiences and stuff like that. Because you can tell that to one person. But somebody that had a dream or a vision or some shit, and they're like, "No, I'm telling you, there's a heaven. I saw it." The human brain is so amazing, and it's also defective. Like, I've told you guys fucking shit people do from my job, from just the human brain is so defective on many levels. And when you say defective, people automatically think of some dude eating a bowl of dog shit on the highway. Yes, that dude's defective. But there's also a slight defective where you can hear something and it's just not quite, your brain doesn't accept quite right. You live in a slightly different reality. You're not crazy, but you live in a slightly different reality. And by definition,
well, look at what they talk about autism.
That's defective because you were told the truth and you know the truth, but you don't accept. That's defective. That's not bad, but it is defective. If you can be told and be proven that something is real and true, but you still don't, it's defective. What's the difference between that and you telling some dude elephants don't fly and talk, but that dude's like, "No, there's an elephant right there flying and talking"? There's no difference. It's still defective. It's the same thing.
But what if they're not defective? What if, like, here, this is where I'm going to get into it, and like you go into autism, you go into all these things that we view as a culture as people who are struggling. What if they're more connected into things? What if they are seeing the real reality? It goes into Elon Musk, say he is getting information from something beyond what regular people can comprehend.
We're saying if it was proven. My argument is if something was proven. Right now, we can't prove anything. So Elon Musk could be right.
Or he could be a fucking weirdo.
Or he could be, I don't know. We're just saying in the reality that it's proof. And Jay's theory, correct me if I'm wrong, you're saying that it without a doubt was proven X, Y, and Z. Right? That's what I'm saying, man. If it's proven X, Y, and Z, then it is defective. But we're living in a world where we don't have a proven X, Y, and Z, so we can't really measure defective.
Yeah. And the other thing too is like, who's proven? Like, I'm gonna be honest, if the government comes out and they say, "Yeah, aliens created us, this is it, like there's no fucking life after this," my immediate reaction would be, "Oh, you bitches don't want me to believe in God. This is a fucking this is a trap." Like, they have such a bad track record,
It's the devil trying to trick me. Yeah.
Like, if one of you came and told me, like, "Listen, dude, I'll break it down for you. I'll show you." That's one thing. But if it's just like the government being like, "Yeah, fucking, this is it, guys," no, go fuck yourself. I don't believe you.
That shit's funny. What is
Sorry, I'm dealing with
That's
something
why
right now.
theories need to be proven, but it gives us imagination. That's true. Bacteria make life possible on Earth. They created the oxygen-rich atmosphere billions of years ago. Continue the cycle. I think you're kind of right, Grim.
Yeah.
Make me, I mean, unless you got something different, but really initial oxygen came from the stars. It came from, if you believe in the Big Bang Theory. So I'll preface it with that because people got different mindsets.
It was elemental, not biological.
Yes. Originally, the fission, the nuclear fission from the Big Bang. And then once all the gravity brought it together, and then fission and atmospheric pressure started to be created. Originally, our oxygen did come from stars themselves. It was elemental. And then after the Earth became a thing and we started to get an enclosed atmosphere, something that you could bounce off of, then bacteria and then plants started to absorb that and make it their own. And then it spread that way. So we didn't necessarily get it from bacteria right away.
Yeah,
but
it was elemental.
Later on.
It was elemental before it was biological.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But you're also not wrong either, Grim. I'm not saying you're wrong. I was just saying, if we
I
do
do
this a
like
lot on
that,
this show
though.
too, that we talk about it and correct it, but it's not like a shitty way. It's just, if we're going to say it, it's got to be right.
But I also understand the religious argument to what does religion mean to simply be able to breathe air, and it goes into we are, and Jay can correct me if I'm wrong. We're not going to go too long because we're at 3 hours, and I need to make a phone call. But like, it goes into where the textual side of, like, say, the Bible, it talks about these time frames, but we don't really have a way to judge these time frames, especially in the Old Testament, right? Like it said in 7 days. Well, in 7 days could be a universal day, or does it mean an Earth day? Like
it's a wide range. It's a wide range, right? Like the Bible says, to God, a day could be 1,000 years or 1,000 years. So what it's saying is if you believe in God, he doesn't have a reference for time. He lives outside of that. So it's nothing. It's what you hear about the fourth dimension time. Like it's outside of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what, like, when it comes to the textual side of it, if you actually dig into it, when it talks about life, when it talks about creating the earth, when it doesn't mean 7 days. It could mean 7 billion years. Like, yeah.
Well, the Big Bang Theory is just the story of creation from the Bible. Boom, everything out of nothing.
Yeah. But
that's why I don't
talk to sperm whales. Yes, they have a language. What would you say? I'd have a lot to say.
Get away from me.
I would have a lot to. Don't get Ty started, but I would have a lot to say too.
Say, please get away from me, talking sperm whale.
No, I'd be like, "What's up, man?"
There's so much. Yeah, I'll have it. We could talk to it. I want to know language. What the fuck? You can dive deeper than most. What's down there? How do you calculate fucking atmospheric pressure? How do you? I would have so many questions. There's a lot.
You're talking about a guy who has a full sleeve of marine animals on his arm. So
you run into the sperm whale and he can talk, and the only thing he says is, "Please leave. You have to get out of here."
He says, "Please leave." The sperm whale said that.
Yeah, he said, "You need to.
I'm leaving.
You need to leave now."
I'm not arguing. Bye. Thank you for your time. I will be leaving now. I'm gonna
kudos to Jay. He's the real host, but no, that's what we try to do. We try to talk. We try to, we get hostile people in here. You saw how we handled it. We'll respond equally, but at the same time, like, all right, man, good on you. Like, we want to talk. We want to know the different perspectives. We want to argue respectfully. Like, listen, the three of us you see lined up in front of you right now, we do not see eye to eye on a lot of shit. And we will argue and talk horribly to each other on a lot of shit. But guess what? We're still best friends. We're still, you know. So it's just, that's where I personally, I'm going on my rant again, believe the world needs to be. Okay, we are different. Who gives a fuck? Like, we can still be and see the similarities in our differences and see where we line up. But we got to wrap it up. I'm getting people are on the road and
you're good. You're good. That's a good spot to. That's a good spot to wrap it up anyway. So.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys. Well, Monday we got the book club. Mac, I don't know if you know, we started the book club.
Say that again.
Monday we got the book club. I don't know if you heard.
Say that again.
No. You hear us. We'll text you.
No, I did. Literally, you froze.
So
say that again.
We started a book club, and we
appreciate you, Hunter. Thank you.
1996 by Gloria Naylor. It's really good. But one of us has been reading. But anyways, we will be back Monday at 7:30 for that.
For the book club?
Yep.
Oh. We'll see. I work tomorrow, obviously the 24th, and then Monday I got to see because we're short, so I might get hold out to a different station or something because I'm supposed to be off on Monday. But y'all know how that goes.
Well, also you need more time to read, and maybe even if you just come in the comments,
We'll be back
and say
7:30. We'll
something.
be back Wednesday too. Yeah.
But everyone, appreciate you, Hazel. Appreciate you. Thank you, Grim. Evildoer. All of you guys that were in here. Again, we promote this stuff. Different views. We can still be friends. I mean, it is what it is. We're here to talk. We're here to argue. We're here to discuss things. And if you're cordial, we'll be cordial. If you're an asshole, we'll probably be an asshole, especially Jay. But
yeah, I match energy really good. Peace out.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Later.